welcome to Don Odeshoe Field at Stadium 76. It's Merced College football. I'm Levi Flores along with Mario Ramos, and tonight we have the matchup between Merced and Monterey Peninsula.
Should be a pretty good matchup, Levi. A couple of teams that are a statement here in the Golden Coast Conference. Merced at 1-0 in conference play, and Monterey coming in with their first league game as they had a bye last week.
The all-time record between these two teams, Monterey Peninsula actually leads 9 wins to the Merced 7. So Merced trying to close that gap, get it to 9-8. And Merced, of course, starting quarterback Ryan Kraft and the backup Jacob Betancourt, both getting some play time 2 weeks ago, the last time they were here at Don Odeshoe Field, where they lost to Foothill they lost to Foothill 50-47 after there was a muffed punt and Foothill able to kick a field goal to win it 50-47. Then last week against San Jose, down in San Jose, 35-27.
Yeah, the Blue Devils looking to get back home. Again, you mentioned that victory out there at San Jose. But they're glad to be at home here against Monterey, trying to improve on that 1-2 record. You mentioned that Foothill loss. Followed that up, before that was a Feather River loss. So a couple tough losses after they got that opening win here at Stadium 76 against Los Medanos. So 1-2 on the year here at home, looking to make it 2-2 and put a good product out there on the field. And when you're talking about Merced Blue Devil football, especially this year, right, got to start with that running game. That's really the strength of the team.
Monterey Peninsula on October 9th won against De Anza 27-26. Then when they played at Foothill 28-19, they were on a 3-loss streak. And now coming in to Merced, it's tough to beat Merced on their home field, although it has been done. Yeah,
like we mentioned, 1-2. But the Blue Devils are, kind of getting things going. We mentioned the ground game. That the strength of the team averages 231.3 rushing yards a game. Follow that up with 198.7 passing yards. So a total of 430 yards of total offense for the Blue Devils this year, which is good for 35.4 points a game. So Monterey's going to have to keep up with the Blue Devils on the scoreboard if they want to make this one interesting.
Plenty of history between these two teams going all the way back to 1978. Monterey Peninsula played Merced, and Merced won 19-14. And that year, Merced, first in the state of junior colleges, nationally ranked 11. They had an 11-1 record. So Merced, they have the history with this team, and they do have a really good team this year. Ryan Kraft, Demondre Evans, Evan Morales, everyone down on that field that plays has the heart to play football, and they want to keep going.
Yeah, for sure. And they understand that this is a big game for them here in the conference play. I was down there on the field beforehand, and some of the guys were pretty excited, not just about the game, but the fact that it's here at home. We mentioned the 2 tough losses that they've had here in front of their fans. They're looking to give them, something to cheer about today.
Merced allows 23.7 points per game, and Monterey Peninsula averages 22 points per game, so pretty equal there between the points allowed and points for. And then Merced scoring 35.4 points a game, and Monterey Peninsula allowing 21.5. When you look at that aspect, it's going to be a pretty decent game, but whenever we look at the paper, we're never correct. So we're not sure exactly what's going to happen out on that field, but it's up to the players to make what's going to happen happen.
Definitely, and my eyes are going to be in the trenches, the offensive, defensive line for both sides. I want to see who wins those battles. Like we mentioned, the running game is really the strength of Merced's offense. Likewise for Monterey, they come out here, the Lobos do, with a good rushing attack as well. They've kind of trying to figure out the quarterback position. We think Elmore's going to come out and play today. But again, they got some options there. But again, the running game for both teams is what they really want to establish. So I'm going to keep my eyes on the trenches and see who wins the battle there.
The 2 quarterbacks for Monterey, Joshua Elmore, like you mentioned, and Gavin Cold, both freshman quarterbacks. Elmore has played 5 games. Cold has played 6. And the better quarterback based on efficiency rating is Elmore. But like you said, we're not sure who's going to go out there against a tough Merced defense who have shown up every single game. So you said you think it's going to be Elmore?
Yeah, I think it's going to be Elmore. Like you mentioned, he's a little more efficient. He brings a little bit more on the with his feet as well, with the rushing attack. So a couple of options that he brings to that offense that kind of struggles at times. So, they could be looking to get whatever spark they can. But you mentioned Gavin Cold out there, and you watch him. I was out there, like I mentioned, pregame on the field, and that guy looks every bit the part. Just a big kid that could sling the ball, and he was launching it all over the place. So I could see why he's going to get out there on the field, and it'd be interesting to see if he gets an opportunity today.
And with the rushing game, you said it's going to be heavily rushing for Monterey. Isaiah Chambers, the sophomore running back, 5 games played, 69 rushes for 293 yards on the season, averages about 60 yards. But on the other hand, Merced, one of the top rushers in the state, Justin Incomprera. Yeah. What do you think how the rushing game will compare between those two players?
Yeah, Incomprera, I mean, he leads the conference in rushing yards per game and touchdowns with 9 on the season. So he's a guy that, he's going to get the bulk of the load. And obviously that's what, Merced wants to do is pound the ball on the ground. And he's going to, like I mentioned, get the bulk of the carries. And I think he's really going to try to set the tone early on for the Blue Devils.
Monterey in yards per rush, they're 23rd in the state, only averaging 4.4. And when you look on the Merced side, rushes per game, a lot higher on that. Rushing yards. They're first overall with 1,619, 5.6 per rush. Yeah. Only about 1 more yard, but they actually move up in the rankings just that much higher with 1 yard.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the rushing statistics throughout the conference, and Merced's, number 1 throughout the board. Again, something that they're going to depend on. We're going to see a lot of, and you probably see the clock be running a lot because, like we mentioned, both these teams want to put the ball on the ground and establish that running game.
I also want to see out there on the field Jacob Betancourt. He had a tough game 2 weeks ago, the last home game. You can go back and watch that anytime on NorCalSportsTV.com or on YouTube at NorCalSportsTV. Betancourt, his first time out on the field, throws an interception when it went in and out of the hands of the receiver. Not exactly his fault, but that's how we place it. When there's an interception, and it falls on the back of who was passing, not if it was in the hands of the receiver. He had a few other snaps, but didn't play as much as he would like to. And in this matchup, I think Betancourt is a good choice after Ryan Kraft gets a few drives in.
Yeah, bringing that freshman off the bench to kind of maybe change things up. We see him warming up down there on the field. So maybe he's getting loose. I mean, like you mentioned, there's something in store for the youngster out of Orristimba High School there in Newman. But again, we will see Ryan Kraft, the sophomore quarterback, 6 foot, 200-pounder out of Bret Hart, out of Sonora. So he went from Sonora, but went to Bret Hart High School. So the former Bullfrog will get the start here as he's talking to the official right there about the 50-yard line. And it looks like we're getting ready to go here, Levi.
Absolutely. Plenty of time for both teams to do something on the field. Monterey has yet to come out onto the field. Merced ready to go out there on the real grass field.
Yeah.
Something you don't see very often anymore. Yeah. Usually you have the turf, but Merced's old school, and they're going to play it just like that with the rushing game. We'll see what happens next on NorCal Sports TV.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
Captain's out on the field discussing what's going to happen, how to start the game, who's kicking, who's receiving. And the coin flip. You can see referee showing the coin, making sure it's not a trick coin. Once again, I'm Levi Flores along with Mario Ramos at Don Odeshu Field. And there's the coin flip. And it looks like Monterey won. And it looks like Monterey will be kicking to Merced to start the game. And Merced will receive on the left side of the field, so going left to right to start. And we kick it to the national anthem.
You don't have to be on the flag.
15 minutes on the clock, and Merced looking to start the game with a score. Opening drives are very tough. You don't know how the team is going to play against you. So what do you expect from Merced starting their first drive?
I don't expect too much out of the norm. Again, I expect them to establish that running game. I did expect whoever won that toss to defer and kick the balls to start the game, because you want to get that defense out there and maybe try to get a stop early on. Again, you predict, in my opinion, it's going to be a battle of the trenches, a slugfest. Both teams trying to, like we mentioned in the pregame, establish the game on the ground. So getting your defense out there early, again, seems beneficial. But we'll see what the offense does here for Merced. But I expect a strong dose of Justin Incaprera.
Romello Presley and Demondre Evans back deep to receive the kick, and Monterey still taking their time deciding what they have to do for the kick. They know that this is an important game, and they want to do the best they can, make as minimal mistakes as possible against this tough Merced team.
You mentioned the grass field earlier. It's in pretty good shape. Again, I was out there, walked the field a little bit. We have had some rain in the area the last few days, but the field is in pretty good shape, which served well for the offensive linemen and defensive linemen when they're trying to get their footing out there.
Herodes Mendoza kicking for Monterey. Monterey looking to get down deep after the kick, try to get the ball back if they can with the running start. Short kick and a drop at the 23-yard line. Merced picking it up. It's Romello Presley who's down at the 30, and they will start their first drive from there.
Interesting kick there, a little like you mentioned, a short, almost a pooch kick. Presley able to roll up on that. Pretty good field position to start here for the Blue Devils.
Merced can get a lot of return yards from kicks and punts, although what they are known to do as well is muff those and have it drop on the ground. But a good job by Romello Presley, able to get his hands on it, bring it to the chest, control it, and then get a few extra yards after it dropped at the 20, about an 8-yard return. And now we get our first look at starting quarterback Ryan Kraft in the Merced offense. Three options to the left side, and they're going to start with Justin Incaprera finding a huge hole, breaking free down to the 47-yard line near midfield.
Good job sealing the edge there. Number 69 for the Blue Devils, or 68, Hector Velasco, able to get outside there and make a good play.
A great first play for Merced. I know they usually have their first 10 plays ready. They're written down, and they say, we're going to do this, 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 and try to pound it into the defense. As we see the arm from Kraft to the left side, one-handed grab by Mateo Brinson, but he gains nothing as the defense was there to stop him.
Yeah, good play defensively there on the outside. A little quick pass there, but the defensive back, linebacker is able to corral the Blue Devils. And actually, there's a loss of yards on the play, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 11 here.
Multiple receiving options again for Kraft. He has 2 to the right, 1 to the left, sticking with the run game after the failed reception, and he gains about 4 and 3 past the original line of scrimmage.
Solid push there up front. Looks like we got an injury on the field in the offensive line there. Prado down on the ground.
A little slow to get up, possibly a leg injury. Looks like his right knee. It's going to be about 3rd and 7 when Merced finally takes their next snap, but we've seen 3 rushes and 1 pass. If they keep with that equal running offense, what do you think they're gonna try to do?
Well, even that pass there was kind of an extension there. The running game was a quick pass out to the flat. try to get the big tight end involved early. So, again, they're trying to establish the running game here. We've seen a heavy dose of the run early on, but now it's a passing situation. You got Kraft in the gun with multiple receivers in this formation.
Aristeo Prado going to the sideline, and Kraft trying to get the defense to jump, trying to get 5 yards closer to that first down mark. Resets his offense. Here's Kraft looking to throw. Scanning, pump fakes, takes it himself left side, finding a big hole for a first and even more to the 33.
Yeah, great job there. He had Dasani Tate. He was looking for him on the left side. He was kind of the only receiver on that side of the formation, actually slipped and fell. I'm not sure if there was some contact there. No flags on the play, but he kind of ran out of options there, decided to tuck it and run, able to pick up the first down. Good job there by Kraft.
First down now inside Monterey territory. 2 receivers to both sides. Defense showing the dime. Man in motion. It's DeMondre Evans getting around the right side. And he's flung down near the first down marker. They're going to call him inches short.
Yeah, again, another good gain there on first down. It's up, like you said, a second and very short. You can see the Blue Devils testing the outside here. We mentioned that quick pass. We've seen a couple runs where they're trying to get outside. Nice little jet sweep there action. It's a good job by Evans to make a good pickup there on first down and set up a really favorable play calling opportunity here for the Blue Devils.
Another one by Justin Incomprera. Gets the first, but not a lot of yardage. What really matters is the fresh set of downs.
Yeah, but you can see the offensive line moving forward, pushing the pile forward. So good positive carry there for Incomprera. And like you mentioned, another fresh set of downs here for the Blue Devils. We're having a solid opening drive.
Merced takes a lot of their receivers off the field. I assume that they're going to stick with the run game. Justin Incomprera on Kraft's left side. Option play, short pass, in and out of the hands of the receiver, number 85, Daniel Rowlett, who is their secondary tight end behind Mateo Brinson. Unable to hold on to that one.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of film study there where he's usually the blocking tight end. So they had him in there, and he kind of bailed out there, and they tried to slip him out of the formation. He was open for a second. Fortunately, Kraft was pressured, couldn't quite get it to him on time.
Rowlett comes out, and in goes Isaiah Hidalgo. And Incomprera will move out of the backfield and be a wideout on his left side. Empty backfield for Kraft in the gun. 2nd and 10, Hidalgo in motion. RPO, Kraft hurdling a player, gets over, and a yard shy of the first down.
Yeah, there was some confusion up the middle there defensively for the Lobos. They were trying to figure things out there at the linebacker position, and you could see they left a gap open there. Kraft saw that. Had a good pickup. Might have had something had he cut it back. Instead, he chose to go into the sideline. Now it's going to bring up, again, another 3rd and short opportunity here for the Blue Devils.
Now inside the red zone, Kraft trying to get the defense to jump for a first. And Incomprera will move from left to right. Probably just going to push it right up the gut again and get that half a yard. And there he goes. It's Comprera, and he's close to it.
Might be a little short on that one. Good job defensively. Stay stout there up front from the Lobos.
Mateo Brinson coming back in, and DeMondre Evans goes out. And they are going to call it 4th and 1. More like 4th and inches when you really look at it. Yeah. Incomprera just couldn't get that ball across.
Yeah, so Coach Casey deciding to go for it here. We'll see what kind of play call Frank Borba, the offensive coordinator, has in store on this 4th and 1.
Not getting the defense jump, just taking the snap immediately. Ball came out at the very end. Monterey saying they have it. And they're going to call for it. Monterey, after Merced gets enough yardage for the first, pokes it out and takes over inside their own 15.
Yeah, looked like he had enough yardage. We'll see the replay here. Again, could have been a first down, but lost the ball. So the early turnover goes to the Lobos and stops what was a promising drive there for the Blue Devils.
4.5 minutes on the first drive for Merced. But Monterey taking over at their own 14-yard line, and we take our first look at the Monterey offense. And on the field, number 14, the quarterback, Joshua Elmore, and you were correct, they are going to put Elmore out there as the starting quarterback. Hand off to the man in motion, trying to get around the left side just like DeMondre Evans did earlier, and he's taken down a yard after the line of scrimmage.
Nice job there by the Blue Devils to seal that edge. Number 56, Arnold Dejani there. Good job, the defensive end, to stay at home. And like we mentioned, make sure we seal that edge and not let nothing happen there on first down.
Ryan Howard came up a little limping after that play, and he still makes his way to his position in the receiver on the right side. Elmore trying to get Merced to jump off. Second and 9. Another run, finding one hole, breaking a tackle past the 20, and Merced pushes him out at the 22-yard line, so a little short, but it's going to be third down. What do you assume Monterey's going to do here?
I think they're going to keep it on the ground. Again, they got a good push there. They're trying to find something there on the left side. Obviously, that's usually the strength of the offensive line. We see a couple big guys out there. Number 78, Noah Foster Treat, the left guard, and then the left tackle, number 72, it looks like, or 62, Terrence Hawkins.
From the I formation, the first time we've seen that, and taken down in the backfield, number 52, Nick Aguilera with the tackle in the stop to make it fourth down.
Yeah, Aguilera just storming through the offensive line here. See him come through and make a play in the backfield. Big-time play. It's going to force the punting unit to come out.
3 and out on the first offensive drive for Monterey. Looked promising after they poked the ball out, got the fumble recovery, but now giving it back to Merced. Good
job there defensively from the Blue Devils to get the early stop, especially after the turnover.
Kicking from his own 12, a high one, and it's going to drop near midfield. No Blue Devil near it, and Monterey will knock it dead at the 49 of their own side of the field. So Merced starting in Lobos territory.
Yeah, you got to feel pretty good. Again, give it the early turnover, right? But no harm done. Defense comes out, gets a good stop on their first possession, gets a 3 and out. So now they're feeling pretty good about themselves. And you step out offensively with the second chance in Lobo territory. You're ready to establish something on the ground. Now you just got to hang on to the ball and put this thing in the end zone.
49 yards to go for Ryan Kraft and Merced. They have hands out there if they choose to go that route. And it's not Justin Incompare in the back, it's Isaiah Hidalgo. As Kraft dropping back, looking to throw over the middle. He finds DeMondre Evans down to the 30 and wrapped up by a pack of Lobos.
Yeah, 4 receivers set there, so trying to spread out the Lobos. The Lobos were in a zone defense there. Good job by Kraft to get that one over the top of the linebackers, but in front of the safeties. Evans able to get right inside that hole and give his quarterback a nice target.
Incompare staying on the sidelines. Hidalgo next to Kraft. Hidalgo, the third option in the depth charts of running backs for Merced, and he's out there the secondary this week. Another passing options. It's DeMondre Evans again, and he gets close to a first, and they're going to call it move the chains.
Yeah, good pass there by Kraft to kind of stop DeMondre Evans because the safety was coming in on him. So good job there by Kraft to kind of protect his receiver. And another good pickup here on first down.
1 pass, 2 pass. What's the third one? Is it going to be a pass or a run on this drive?
Again, coming out with 4 receivers in this formation.
Had play action on the last one, trying to get the defense to do something that they didn't know. Pass to Dasani Tate, left side in the flag, breaks away inside the 10-5. Touchdown, Merced! 6 points on the board, the first score in the second drive. 6-0 with 7.5 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, great job by big number 78, Luke Filikatanga. The 6'4", 300-pounder, 300-plus pounder was able to get out there and give Dasani Tate the block he needed to spring that one open.
Dasani Tate on the season has 19 receptions, only 2.7 yards a game, and getting a touchdown here from around the 20-yard line as we see the extra point attempt. Betancourt holding, and the kick is up high through the uprights. No, they're going to say it went a little wide, so 6-0 with 7.5 remaining on NorCal Sports TV.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning,
from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices, I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, I like the competitiveness as well. So.
Kraft finding Dasani Tate for the touchdown. Merced getting up early over the Monterey Peninsula Lobos. I'm Levi Flores along with Mario Ramos. Justin Flores couldn't join us today. He's learning how to do another job with NorCal Sports TV, so pay attention to that in future games, especially for Columbia College basketball starting in a few weeks, scrimmaging today against Cerro Coso. So pay attention to one of the best JUCO basketball teams in the state of California, possibly going to make that state championship game this year for the first time since 1993. And this kick over every single Lobo, and they finally pick it up at the 15-yard line, and they will start their second drive from the 20.
Yeah, some confusion there. The man, Andrew Rivera, the man who intended to catch it there, really confused, kind of ran up on it, just kind of let it go, and it bounced over, like you said, every single Lobo. They had to scramble to corral that one. Going to start with the ball at the 21. Not bad considering.
And remember, on a kick, it's always a live ball for either team after it passes that 10-yard mark. So if Merced was able to get their hands on it, it would be back to Blue Devil ball. Luckily for the Lobos, they were able to have their secondary man go and jump on it and try to get a few extra yards.
Yeah, now that was a scramble. Like you said, live ball in that situation, but they're able to keep the possession.
And a stop by the Merced defense leaves Monterey at 2nd and 12.
Good job defensively by Cody Chapman coming up from his linebacker spot. Again, we've seen them kind of come up the middle and have some success. Another tackle for the loss there by the Blue Devil defense.
Four receivers out. Here's Elmore. Another handoff right up the middle, and another stop by the Merced defense, finding the hole the running back is supposed to go through and getting there before he can.
Yeah, Tangata Tuitupuo, the defensive end, 6'4", 215-pound freshman, made a great play there on the line. And we mentioned we wanted to see that battle of the trenches in the pregame. We were talking about that. And so far, on this side of the ball, definitely advantage goes to the Blue Devils.
Monterey lining up tight on the offensive side, one wide out to the left as they push another tight end to the left side. Short pass to the flat, and he finds the right sideline. He's close to the first down marker. We have to see the official what he says, and I'm surprised we didn't see a false start call on this. When you look back at the replay, the man in motion coming over, if he's moving forward, that's a false start. He can move from right to left, but he can't move forward. You see right here at the very end, he then starts moving forward, and that's a false start. Surprised that they didn't throw the flag.
Yeah, it was pretty close there, but Blue Devils were in a man coverage on that one. A little confusion with the back coming out of the backfield, unable to pick him up in time, but it was short of the first down, and the Lobos bring out the punting team.
Few Blue Devils in the backfield looking to block as Hidalgo receives the punt, and a huge flag.
Yeah, he had called for the fair catch, but you see Keontae Carter, I don't think he saw it, obviously, because he came in and laid a big hit right there on Hidalgo. That's going to draw a flag. It's going to put the ball, should be into Lobo territory.
That was a nasty hit by the Monterey special teams. See where they end up placing that. Could be a targeting call as well.
And I was on the field, like I mentioned earlier, and you can see the back judge. He was going over. We'll get the call here.
So 15 yards from the spot, and he got tackled at about the 38-yard line.
Yeah. So, again, that'll move it into Lobo territory. So another good starting field position here on this drive for the Blue Devils. We've had pretty good favorable field position. They started their first drive at their own 30, and now this drive here follows up the previous drive, which also started around the same spot here in Lobo territory.
It was all passing on the previous drive, but they're going to go back to the running game like the first time, and that's Romello Presley getting a few yards on the carry.
Yeah, so I'm bringing in the second part of that 1-2 punch from Incaprera and Presley. Presley gets the carry, but yeah, Borba definitely flipped the script last time. The first drive was run heavy. The second drive was pretty pass heavy. We'll see what they go with on this one. When run first down, second and long could be a passing situation.
2nd and 7, 3 receiving options. And it's Romello Presley again. Play action. Kraft right side. Caught by Brinson. He trips down at the 40.
Yeah, the big tight end kind of lost his footing there. But pretty good job defensively by the Lobos. Able to keep that one to a short gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd and manageable, about 3rd and 4. It's a good positive play there by Kraft. Didn't want to force the ball downfield. Had his big tight end able to pick up a positive gain.
Trying to get the defense to jump. You can always assume that when they're about 5 yards away from a first. Trying to do it again, but Ryan Kraft can't do so.
Yeah, he's actually looking at the play call, so Borba's giving him a different play call in here, and he's trying to read that signal to the rest of the team as there's a high snap.
Kraft picks it up from the 45 of his own territory. He has to run with it as no options are available, and he goes out way, way, way in the back. And I think that's a flag that just came down all the way at the 44.
Yeah, that one was doomed from the start. It was a 3rd and manageable. Just kind of fell apart there for the Blue Devils.
Let's see what the referee is going to call here. Block in the back on Merced, so take it back even further. And they're actually going to decline it because it is going to be 4th down, and he went out all the way back at the 45. A good call by Monterey.
Yeah.
So now, actually, they call him down at the 46, a little bit closer. But at the same time, Dasani Tate and the rest of the special teams going out there to kick to Monterey. Back deep for the Lobos, number 3, Michael Galindo. Also a wide receiver coming out of Midland, Texas. And Dasani Tate taken down after the kick as that one drops at the 45. Roughing the kicker call.
Yeah, you can see Julian Bishop just a little too aggressive. Monterey bringing the heat on this one, trying to get after Tate. You see Bishop and a little too much contact. That's going to draw the flag every time. I think the official miscalled that one, though they are marking it off.
Now, I don't necessarily like that decision from the sidelines. I would want to redo that with the penalty tacked on before, so they would be 15 yards closer and Tate could get a better kick. Yes, the defense did get in there very quickly, and they did have a chance to put a hand on it, but with Tate getting it off a little faster, he could have pinned it down more close to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, an opportunity to get him pinned inside the 10, like you're saying. But nonetheless, the Lobos are going to start out here at the 24.
Another run, trying to get around that right edge, but not enough speed. When you're going to have those options, trying to get around that outside, you have to make sure you have the speed to beat out the defense, and they've shown time and time again that they don't have that speed.
Well, you got guys like Julius Dixon out there on the corner. He didn't quite make the play, but he allowed his the rest of the defenders to get out there and push the ball carrier out of bounds. So good job there by the cornerback out of his defensive back position. We see some movement up front there from the Blue Devils.
And one referee throwing it on the Monterey side and one throwing it on the Merced side. So interested to see if it was a false start or if it was an offsides.
Yeah, there's definitely some movement over the ball. We'll see again which side they call the infraction on.
And it looks like they're going to march it off in favor of Monterey. And remember, with the defensive side, it's not offsides until the ball is snapped. Unless you touch one of the offensive players, then that's the encroachment part. So good job by the center to make sure he snapped the ball when the defense was over the line.
Yeah, John Cook just a little too aggressive, number 95, right there from his nose tackle spot. A little eager to try to get in the backfield. And we mentioned the battle up front. So far, the Blue Devils have been winning. They're trying to keep that going here as we approach about 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
Man in motion again, takes it himself to the right side. It's Elmore. Gets around the edge and close to that marker again. We're going to see what they call. It's very, very close. Might have to bring out the index card.
Yeah, really close.
And they're going to say move the chain. So first down, the first down, I believe, for Monterey.
Yeah, it is their first down. And we mentioned the Blue Devils being pretty stout defensively. Even that one, they made that one tough. Elmore able to get to the outside, ended up sliding out of bounds, but he picked up the first down before he did so.
From the 34, another man in motion. They're going to try to attempt it. And Merced gets one hand, two hands, but not able to take him down. And finally, still behind the line of scrimmage, incredible job by the Merced defense.
Now, we've seen Monterey try to run the ball kind of around the edges here. And defensively, the DBs for the Blue Devils been doing a pretty good job there. Alfonso Gary on that play was able to string out the running back. And it was a short pickup, so it'll bring up 2nd and 9.
If Monterey keeps trying those same plays, they're not going to get anywhere down the field. They need to try something else. They had the I formation one time to try to convert a third down conversion. Wasn't able to do that, so maybe try the passing game if you can trust Elmore's arm. There it is, screen pass right side, finding the yardage he needs for a first down.
Yeah, zone coverage there by the Blue Devils. They had two DBs out there with 3 receivers. So a quick little swing pass, you blocked the 2 DBs. One receiver's open. You got to wait for the safety to get down there. By the time he did, the Lobos picked up the first down.
Still in their own territory from the 45. And they are going to switch up the plays. Tight end moving from right to left, an extra option. Power left side. Trying to get a draw up the middle, but the Merced defense, nothing can get by the defensive line.
Yeah, that's Cody Chapman again, the linebacker coming in from his spot there and getting another tackle for loss. We've seen him back there. He was able to string that one out and get some help from his teammates as he wrapped him up there and wasn't going to let him go.
Second and 12. They're going to go power right. False start on the offense, but they're going to let the play go as he's taken down at the 31-yard line, slipped up. You saw the receiver on the right side go a little too fast. Surprised they didn't stop the play a little earlier, unless I'm mistaken, and it's on the defense.
One official is signaling that it's on the defense. Merced coaches aren't too happy about that call.
Waiting for the official call. And it is going to be offsides. Can we take one more look at that play?
Yeah, it looked like you had some movement on the right side of the line there for the Lobos. Thought they got going early, but apparently it was one of the Blue Devils that drew them off.
So 5 yards still keeps it second down for Monterey. It was 2nd and 12. Now it is 2nd and 7.
4 receivers in this set.
Merced unfazed by the false snaps. Play action, pass over the middle, that's caught, and staying on his feet before being dragged down. And that's another first down for the Lobos.
Yeah, good play there, Ryan Howard. A little slant pattern, able to find some space. Again, a lot of zone coverage we're seeing out of the Blue Devils. The Lobos able to find a gap there and pick up another first down through the air.
Ryan Howard, who just caught the pass, went to the sidelines, and they're going to stick with the I formation, rushing up to the line quickly. Hands it off to the tailback, but the defense able to stop him. 2nd and 10 to start the second quarter for Monterey on NorCal Sports TV.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. You know, I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school. So it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun. Meeting new people, making new friends. Other games, I love playing games, yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second, has another shot, puts it up to end the game. Nails the three.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for three. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the
Beautiful
chills? I have the
finish.
chills.
I definitely
look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
Merced up 6-0 over the Monterey Peninsula Lobos. I'm Levi Flores along with Mario Ramos. And starting the second quarter, Monterey 2nd and 10. A lot of rushing that we've seen from both teams. A few passes, especially from the Merced end, but Monterey getting 2 passes caught and for a short gain. Elmore bootleg gets a pass to the right side. Big tight end breaking one tackle, breaking another, and they need 6 Blue Devils to take down big number 87, David Payne.
Yeah, 6'2", 235-pounder. Big guy coming there out of the backfield, out of his tight end spot. And we've seen Elmore now trying to get into a little bit of a rhythm. He's completed 3 straight passes, and the Lobos are moving the ball down the field into Merced territory.
Elmore on that one, too. He faked the handoff and bootlegged out to the right side. There was a Blue Devil right in front of his face, and instead of panicking, he saw the wide-open tight end, decided to pass, and it gained them a first down. So now, from the 32, looking to do it again. Has the option, pulls it out, running around the right side, and he gains a few yards on the keeper.
Yeah, good job there again. Alfonso Gary coming up from his cornerback spot. Keep that one to a minimal gain. But Elmore really had that one in the belly there for quite some time. It was a good read, though, to be able to pull that one out. Saw the defensive end crashing, able to keep the ball himself, pick up a positive gain there for the Lobos on first down.
Looking to throw again. Left side has the open receiver fighting the defender, and he's taken down out of bounds. A great job by the defense, able to keep their hands on him, grab the jerseys, and push him out, as once he caught the ball, he didn't gain any more yards after that.
Yeah, he kind of took a step back, actually. That was number 29 there, Cameron Brown. Instead of getting upfield, he's trying to elude the Merced defender and make one man miss. Fortunately for the Blue Devils, he couldn't make that man miss, and he had plenty more help there to eventually corral, again, number 29, Cameron Brown. But we see the passing game starting to open up. Elmore's starting to feel pretty good. We've seen him tuck it as well, so he's getting himself into a rhythm. Big third down here for the Lobos.
Scanning the field. Blocked by the defense, up in the air, and it drops to the ground. Either team couldn't get their hands on it. Incomplete, making it 4th and 4. And with the Lobos deep inside Merced territory, they might as well go for it.
Yeah, great play there on the defensive line. Looked like we had a couple Blue Devils that kind of ran into each other. Didn't allow themselves to make the play there. Number 56 was Arnold Dejani there. Had a good chance at picking that one off. Would have been a nice play for the Blue Devil defense. As it stands, they'll try to hold them to 3.
And this will be a 36-yard attempt from Monterey. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. And it drops just over the top of the crossbar, making it 6-3 Merced up. Monterey bringing it within 3 on NorCal Sports TV. Monterey making it a game at Don Odeshu Field, home of Merced College Blue Devils. I'm Levi Flores along with Mario Ramos. 6-3 Merced getting the ball back here in the second quarter. 13 minutes left in the first half, and they're going to try an onside kick. And Monterey says they have it. On the onside, it did go 10 yards. And, Monterey gets it on the onside kick, getting the ball back inside their own territory from the 47.
Great job there by Sergey Rodas Mendoza, the kicker. And I mentioned I was out there pregame, and I saw him practicing this several times, and he did a great job there just to tap it in front, like you mentioned. Got to let it go 10 yards. Once it done, it becomes a live ball. The Blue Devils were already heading back for the kick return, and they had no one there to kind of make that play. Good heads-up play there by Sergey Rodas Mendoza, and something that the Lobos must have seen in film study, because they were angling to do that, and they got a good opportunity and took advantage of it there.
So the Merced offense stays on the sidelines, and out comes Elmore once again for the Lobos.
Spreading them out here, 4 receivers, 1 back in the shotgun.
Man in motion, gets it to him, trying to get around the right side edge. And another big hit by the Merced defense. But first he gained 6 yards that time, a big gain from what we've seen from the Lobos.
Yeah, Ryan Howard, the speedster, able to get the edge there. And they're going to keep trying it. We've seen the Blue Devils make some nice plays defensively. As we see again, the defensive linebackers able to come in and get the tackle, but not before the Lobos pick up 6.
Devin Brad to Elmore's left side. Big fullback player. Play action, gets around one defender, breaking free on the right side, gets a first and plenty more. So move the chains for Monterey, now inside the 40.
Yeah, Elmore looking to get rid of it quickly to Quentin Lewis, who was running a slant here at the bottom of the screen, but he had a man in his face. I think he was trying to get rid of the ball there. Instead, he tucks it, still looking, but good coverage there by the Blue Devils. So Elmore keeps it, tucks it, shows off that athleticism, gets a fresh set of downs for the Lobos.
And if he didn't pump fake that pass, he would not have got that yardage, because Merced got off their feet, and you don't want to do that. So a first down by Monterey. They had the option that time, but gives it to Brad as a flag is down in the backfield.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a hold. It's going to bring the ball back. You can see the Merced coach is already signaling, come on back. Had a nice gap there, but without that hold, I don't think that would have been there.
And holding against Monterey. So back to the 45-yard line, 1st and 15 for Elmore. They just got the yardage they needed for a first down, and they're actually going to take it back 10 yards. So 1st and 20 for Monterey.
You can see the Blue Devil defense out there. They've been on the field for quite a bit here. It's 66 degrees right now, but there's a lot of sun, not too many clouds out in the sky. And like we mentioned, they've been out there on defense for quite some time, as Monterey was able to get that onside kick and get back out there on offense.
From the pistol, 2 tight ends on the left side, handing it off up the gut, trying to fake out the defense. He does get enough yardage for a 5-yard gain, but they need a lot more if they want a first.
Similar to the last play they ran there, a little zone read there with Devin Brad. 5'10", 212-pound freshman. The big load there in the backfield. It's going to come off this one, but kind of barreled his way up the middle there. Had a pretty good gain, but that's still going to bring up 2nd and 15 due to that penalty.
Getting an audible, defense showing the nickel. Here's Elmore. Play action, left side into the flat, and he finds some room to go, and he gets inside the original 10 yards to go, so 3rd and probably about 4 now for Monterey.
Yeah, Dominic Esters on the reception there, able to get some nice blocking from his fellow receivers, able to get the edge. Good pickup there for the Lobos. Interesting that you see from the Lobos, them getting the play calls. You'll see a couple of card sheets up there, a lot of different NFL logos. I've seen the Texans, the Vikings, the Steelers. So they'll take a look at that, and then they'll get the play call from the coach as well. So a couple different ways to read the play and get it into Elmore, who then relays to the rest of the team what they're running.
Back in the pistol, it's Elmore. Play action, bootleg right side, trying to find options deep down the field, end zone, touchdown Monterey! 6 points, taking the lead in the second quarter.
The Blue Devil defense really bit there on the play action. See everyone crashing to the line. The safeties also had their eyes in the backfield, able to slip a Lobo past the defense for 6 points.
Wide open field for him, could have taken it himself if he really wanted to, but great eyes scanning the field as he's rolling right, also did the receiver. And a great throw by Elmore to go up 9-6 and possibly 10 if this extra point attempt is good. Dasani Tate almost getting there for the block but couldn't do so. 10-6 Monterey up over Merced on NorCal Sports TV.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far?
My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was meeting new people, because I thought there was going to be very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was fun.
Monterey attempting the onside kick, getting it back, and then marching down the field, throwing a pass to the end zone to put themselves up 10-6 over the home Merced College Blue Devils. And now Merced getting the ball back for their 4th drive of the night, but what should have been their 5th. And deep down receiving the kick, it's no other than Demondre Evans breaking one tackle, getting more. Down at the 21, so 79 yards for Merced to go.
Yeah, you see the Lobos coming off the field. Momentum definitely on their side. The Blue Devils started out with the early lead, but since then, the Lobos been able to go on a 10-0 run. Like we mentioned, kind of capture the momentum. So big drive here offensively. We saw the Blue Devils come out and have some success in the air. We'll see if they put the ball through the air as number 11, Jacob Betancourt's going to come out for the first time.
Betancourt has a lot more going from him than you would think. He doesn't play too much, but they try to give him a drive here and there. On his side is Justin Incampera. High snap, able to pick it up, and Incampera will take the run for a few yards. One judge showing 1 yard, another showing 3. Betancourt playing 6 of the 7 games, 14 completions on 30 attempts, so 46.7 pass completion, only 180 yards in the air, 30 per game, averaging 6 yards an attempt. Efficiency rating of 105, which he used to have an efficiency rating higher than Ryan Kraft, although it has since dipped since he's played more games. And Dasani Tate getting the first down for Merced on that one, looking good, starting this drive since they didn't get one on their previous, what should have been their 4th offensive drive.
And a good comeback route there by Dasani Tate. Man coverage there by the Lobos. Tate able to break that route off. Good pitch and catch there from Betancourt to Tate for a first down.
A cornerback confused on the bottom of your screen, and they have one playing very high off as a safety. Betancourt looking that way, decides he's in some trouble, moving to the left. Deep pass, finds an open receiver. It's Rowlett who's taken down at the 40. Nearly a 20-yard gain for the Merced Blue Devils.
Yeah, you mentioned that kind of the distance there between the safety and Rowlett. He was in man coverage there, but Betancourt able to get out of the pocket, extend that play a little bit. Good job by Rowlett. Kind of read his quarterback, find a soft spot in the defense. Good pickup there, able to get the ball to the 40-yard line.
Same situation on the bottom of your screen. If they decide to pass, look that way, and there's Betancourt doing exactly that. Dasani Tate in the hands inside the 10. Another first down and a big gain. Merced knocking at the door.
Great throw, great catch there. Tight window. Betancourt able to put that in there. Thought he might have overthrown Dasani Tate, but that was all hands there by Dasani Tate. Able to go up and pick that one out of the air. Great play and momentum starting to swing over to the Blue Devils.
Here they go again, quickly back up to the line. Betancourt with Cabrera on the left. And what's sad, we see it almost every single game, is that Betancourt does something like this, and the next drive, they take him out and put Kraft back in after a strong showing. Here's a pitch option play. Ball's on the ground. Cabrera in some trouble. Monterey picks it up, and it's another turnover going back to the Lobos.
Yeah, there's some of the inconsistency that's keeping him off the field, unfortunately. A bad pitch there behind Cabrera. Look, if they might have had something. Betancourt held on to the ball a little bit too long, trying to make that late pitch just behind the running back. That's going to be a turnover. Ball nearly got out of bounds, too, so there was some communication there between the officials as to whether or not the ball did make its way out of bounds. But good job by the Lobos to keep it in bounds, and unfortunately for the Blue Devils, that's another turnover.
Still junior college play. If this was more of the NFL level or probably a 4-year level, the veteran status of some players, they would just punch the ball out and make sure that there's no chance for the defense to get it. But, once again, it's junior college. They still have a lot to learn, and when they do move on to those further ones, the coaches will say, hey, in this situation, then they'll put it down in practice. They'll say, we're going to do this until you get it right every single time. But now Monterey back in control, 7 minutes, 53 seconds. Only a few plays for Merced on it, but they were knocking at the door to score before that fumble. And here goes another big run. The defense taking the momentum shift as well as the offense did.
Yeah, you can see the defensive line for the Blue Devils kind of getting held up there. Good hole opened up there for number 49, Devin Brad. Again, the ball carrier, kind of a bruiser out there in the backfield, really stout out there at 212 pounds. Able to get it going. It's going to bring up second and very short here for the Lobos.
From the pistol, loving that formation, and they're going to say a false start on Monterey, so take the yardage back. It will be second and about 7 now for the Lobos after a big gain. They jump the line again and go back a few yards.
Yeah, we've seen a couple times where we thought the Lobos left early, might have got a penalty. This time they were called for it, so that'll back them up.
David Payne, the tight end, coming out of the game for Monterey. Four receivers tightly covered.
He's got one-on-one to his right if he wants it.
Sticking with the run game up the gut, and the defense there to stop him. After a 5-yard penalty, they couldn't get the yardage back, so 3rd and 5 now. And earlier we were talking about the play calls from the Monterey sideline. You said they have cards with NFL logos on them. Then there's the play call from the coach, as you see one now with the Green Bay Packers. And usually what ends up happening, they have the offensive line call, and then they have the actual skill player call, and that's what the coach does so that it's easy for the players to remember, but not the defense. And the defense can see what the offensive line is doing if they can remember what exactly it is. Looking to pass, in some trouble, scrambling out, in and out of the hand of number 21, Ryan Howard. We've seen a lot of passes to him, but unable to complete that one as it's now 4th down.
Yeah, Nate Ruiz, the linebacker, kind of spying Elmore there. Not able to let him escape that, so he had to make the pass, try to get rid of it. Unable to connect on that one. Good job there by the Merced defense. Able to get the stop and get the ball back over to their offense.
The Lobos were close to the 1st down before the false start penalty. They had 9 yards on the first play, and then just taken away in the matter of a second. So now they have to give it straight back to Merced, probably with some great field position.
It's kind of been a microcosm of both these teams' seasons, offensively kind of hurting themselves, and we've seen that with the Blue Devils with the turnovers and now the Lobos with the penalties.
A nasty kick by the punter down to the 10-yard line of Merced. He kicked that ball from the 10-yard line, and it went all the way down to the 10. 80 yards. Yeah. It did bounce, but 80 yards by any punter is absolutely fantabulous.
Yeah, definitely a favorable bounce there, but special teams coming up big here for the Lobos, flipping the field position, like you mentioned, from one 10-yard line all the way to the other. And that's where the Blue Devils are going to have to make something happen here as we are approaching less than 6 minutes to play here in the second quarter.
Like I said, in the previous offensive drive for Merced, they put in Betancourt. He goes all the way down the field in the matter of 5 plays. But then what they usually do is put Ryan Kraft back out there after Betancourt showed up. He did his job and got him all the way inside the 5. But here's Ryan Kraft again in command for the Blue Devils. 4 targets, 2 to either side, and he will look for one of them. Mateo Brinson straight over the middle, splitting defenders. He breaks free past the 50, the 30. Speed from Monterey quickly behind and dragging him down by the horse collar, but no call as Brinson inside the 5 close to the end zone.
Brinson able to find a gap up the seam there. We had some confusion from the Monterey defense as they kind of busted that coverage. And you see Brinson here able to run free. Kraft with a nice pocket, able to step in there and fire. And Brinson was off to the races.
Absolutely incredible. Ryan Kraft finding Mateo Brinson. He is a tight end, which usually you don't have the speed to outrun every defensive player for too long. But he got all the way down to the 2-yard line, and now they will probably trust the legs of Justin Cabrera.
We're seeing these tight ends be more and more athletic, and Brinson definitely fits that mold. Not just a big guy that can run.
Cabrera up the gut, finding his way, staying on the feet. Touchdown, Merced, taking back the lead with 5 minutes left in the first half.
Good push, and you got a ball carrier like Cabrera who knows the end zone. He could smell it from that close. He's going to do whatever it takes to get in there. His 10th touchdown of the season.
12-10, trying to make it a 3-point game now.
See the Blue Devil offense coming in off the field. Pretty pumped up there on the sideline.
And David Presley to attempt the extra point, and he makes it through 13-10 with 5 minutes remaining in the first half. NorCal Sports TV.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
Kraft finding Brinson close to the end zone, and Justin Cabrera putting it into the end zone, making it 13-10. Merced up over Monterey Peninsula, and on the return, the Lobos finding their way to the 37-yard line. Multiple flags on the field.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a hold, if not more than one. Or blocking the back is what they're indicating here.
There's a replay of that pass finding Brinson, and he took it 58 yards after the catch, took it to the 2, and the penalty on the kick return is on Monterey Peninsula. So all those yards gained will be taken away and stripped back in favor of Merced.
Yeah, interesting there on the kickoff. Dominic Esters, the return man, elected to catch that one. That one was angling towards the sideline. Looked like it might have got out of bounds. Could have been a penalty on Merced, and the Lobos would have had some pretty good field position. But with that penalty, they're going to start this drive at their 27.
And starting this drive, they're going to stick with the I formation. We've seen it multiple times, but haven't quite worked out for them as much as they probably want it to. Power to the left side, getting yardage, and that's a big gain for Monterey.
Amari Padilla trying to come up and make that initial hit from his safety spot. Able to slow down the ball carrier, but the Lobos got some good push on that one. They won that battle, able to get a good gain on first down.
I formation once again. Now going right side instead of the left. Found a hole, but a defense stopping him after a 2-yard gain. The defense looking to get there just a little bit faster. But when you look at the offensive line, they're pushing in the same direction. One side a little slower than the other, and that's what makes the hole for the running back.
Yeah.
And the defense can't fill that hole because they're moving at the same speed.
Yeah, not unless you're Cody Chapman. He seems to be able to find a gap in there. Linebacker number 19 is doing a good job of coming in and stopping these running plays. He's sticking his nose in there. You see him, the lone linebacker in the formation on this one. He's been doing a solid job there up the middle.
Defense showing 4-man rush, and they got him close.
There's Chapman again. Great job there on this drive. Brings up a 4th down and short. Cody Chapman, a linebacker, 5'11", 195-pound freshman, really making an impact.
And they will bring their special teams back out on 4th and 1. And with Monterey, they've done some risky stuff today.
Yeah, the
onside kick.
Yep.
Absolutely, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw maybe a fake at some point in the day.
Now the antenna's definitely got to be up here for the Merced Blue Devils. Got to suspect anything on this 4th down.
And look at Isaiah Hidalgo now, all the way back at the 20-yard line where the punter's kicking from his own 20.
And there's the fake.
Absolutely incredible. Monterey finding yardage upon yardage down to the 35, staying on the feet, breaking tackles to the 10. And one player is there, but he's in the end zone on the fake punt. Touchdown, Monterey.
Young Jay Chi, the linebacker, he was the up man there in the formation, just gets the direct snap and takes the house call. Really only had one man to beat, and that was the return man once he got past him. And he was the first man to touch him, we'll see here. Just a huge gap. Again, maybe something they saw in film study, but we mentioned it too. Willing to be aggressive, willing to take some shots. As he's able to get into the end zone on the special teams touchdown. Momentum keeps swinging back and forth. This time it's over on the side of the Lobos.
And the extra point attempt is good, making it 17-13, an exciting first half. And there's still 3 minutes to go on NorCal Sports TV.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, you know, I like the competitiveness as well. So.
Punt return for a touchdown by the Monterey Peninsula Lobos.
Fake punt.
What did I say?
Punt return.
I'm sorry.
Fake punt,
fake punt to the house. Absolutely incredible by the Lobos, taking back the lead to make it 17-13 with 2 minutes 47 seconds left in the first half. I'm Levi Flores along with Mario Ramos, and Merced shocked by what the Lobos are bringing into this one.
Oh, definitely. Again, we mentioned that element of surprise. We've seen an onside kick. We've seen a fake punt that really kind of swung the momentum in the favor of the Lobos here. But they've done some stuff offensively, too, with their passing game with Elmore. And they showed up ready to play here at Stadium 76.
A little bit of wind down in the stadium, knocking the ball off the tee, so it taken a little bit more time for Monterey to kick off. And now Merced spreading that front line, making sure that if they do get an onside, that they're going to jump on it. And a big boot going all the way into the end zone. This kicker most likely going somewhere as that sails out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, now Sergey Rodas Mendoza has a big leg. Saw him kicking 50-yard field goals during warm-ups and able to get those through the upright. So, yeah, definitely a big leg, a weapon for the Monterey Peninsula Lobos.
6'2" kicker punter out of Pacific Grove. Still a freshman, and I wouldn't be surprised if he got a 4-year contract to a bigger school this season.
Oh, definitely. He's got the leg to do it. And we've seen him, again, even with some trickery there on the onside kick, so pretty well-rounded as well.
Ryan Kraft back in control after a big play to Brinson on the previous drive. Nearly taken down, stays on the feet, has to protect that ball as he gets taken down 5 yards after the line.
Yeah, good job there by Kraft. He had some pressure coming up the middle there. It's tough to be able to elude that. Did well to sidestep that and get a positive gain there for the Blue Devils.
in Caprera running right to left, and he's taken down in the backfield. Excuse me, that's Romello Presley. And his helmet comes off, so he has to be out for a play.
Yeah, Guy Bessie coming up from his linebacker, defensive lineman spot. Able to seal the edge, keep that to a minimal gain.
Now 2 minutes on the clock in the first half, 3rd and 6. And this is where the 2-minute drill comes into play if Merced can convert on this 3rd down conversion. Pass straight over to Demondre Evans, gets the first down at the 46. And now it's time for Merced to shine, taking back the lead before the halftime.
Yeah, good job there by Demondre Evans, kind of cut off his route. Saw Kraft rolling out to his right. Evans did a good job just to kind of hold his ground, let the defensive back continue to the sideline. He was able to pick up the first down for Merced.
4 options for Kraft. Pitch pass up the middle, ball's on the ground, and it is incomplete as it was a forward pass.
Yeah, kind of like a shovel pass there. They try to hit the man out of the backfield. Fortunately for the Blue Devils, that was a pass. He tried to get it to Hidalgo there. It's going to come off the field. Kind of a wasted down there for the Blue Devils.
Second and 10, and they split those receivers again, 2 to both sides. And it's Romello Presley guarding for Kraft. Another pass to Mateo Brinson, gets enough yardage for a first and taken down at the 40 of Monterey territory. 1 minute, 23 seconds left in the first half. Once again, Merced looking to take back that lead. It's been back and forth the entire first 2 quarters.
Yeah, starting to find something here with Brinson. Kraft and Brinson starting to connect there. Good job, make one man miss by Brinson.
Kraft thought about a throw, now in some trouble. Defense closing the gap. And taking it himself. Taking a lot of time as he gains 6 yards. 53 seconds, and coaches aren't too happy with that run by Kraft.
Yeah, like you mentioned, took a lot of time. Looked like he had a guy out there on the right. Could have thrown the ball away too. But he able to pick up some yardage. But the Devils are going to call a timeout on this one.
And that's their first.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. You know, I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school. So it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun. Meeting new people, making new friends. Other games, I love playing games, yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second, has another shot, puts it up to end the game. Nails the 3.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for 3. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the
Beautiful
chills? I have the
finish.
chills.
I definitely
look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
The first timeout in the entirety of the first half, and it belongs to Merced. They only have 2 left in the first, and Monterey all 3. Both teams looking to score to possibly have the lead going into the half, and that momentum hopefully carrying over into the second half. But for right now, 2nd and 4 as Kraft throws to Dasani Tate. Breaks 1 and taken down by the 2nd at the 27. First down, fresh set of downs, and that should stop the clock. Remember, when it's a first down, it stops the clock until they move the chains and get set, and then it starts over. So now the clock is rolling. Kraft rolling out to his right. Finds Hidalgo, and there's the defensive stop that Monterey needed.
That one's actually intended for Evans there. He had him open, kind of threw it behind him. Good job by the safety to crash in front of that. Nearly picked that one off. But again, he had Evans open there for a second. Would have been a first down gain. That's going to be 2nd down with 25.9 seconds. Again, the Blue Devils still have 2 timeouts, so the middle of the field is still in play, and that's where Kraft was looking on that one.
Kraft throwing again. Pocket collapsing, taking it himself near the 20. A block from Dasani Tate gets Kraft near the first down marker, and most importantly, inside the 20.
Yeah, he was looking for Tate there. Thought he might be able to pass it to him, but then he figured he could use him as a blocker and get to the sideline and stop the clock.
And a veteran play by Dasani Tate as well, putting his hands up in the air and just getting into the lane of the defender so that the defense couldn't make the stop in bounds.
Yeah, as opposed to picking up a block in the back penalty that really would have stymied this drive. Good job there by Tate, who's a lone receiver here at the bottom of your screen.
17 yards to the end zone, 18 seconds on the clock. Kraft going forward, giving it to Evan Morales inside the 5, and he's stripped down. Ball comes out last second, and they're going to say it is a fumble for the time being.
Yeah, it looked like the defender stood him up. One was able to come in and just ripped at the ball. That thing popped out. It's going to be a clean fumble and give the ball over to the Lobos.
There was 5 different Monterey Peninsula players trying to take down Morales, and plenty of time was taken off the clock. It should have been a stop of forward momentum. Here you go, 1, 2, 3. Should have been the stop of forward momentum, although they're going to say, actually still talking about it out there before both teams decide to put out any type of unit. All the referees trying to determine. And there's exactly the call, forward progress stop at the 5-yard line. Just like I was saying, it was 3 seconds of him standing there before the ball was even stripped out. So Merced, lucky break as it's now first and goal from the 5-yard line. 8.8 seconds left.
Big break there for the Blue Devils. Again, we've seen them kind of shoot themselves in the foot on some of these drives. That almost looked like another chance where they did there. But now they have a chance with 8.8 seconds, down by 4, to try to put one in the end zone and go into the locker room feeling pretty good with the lead. That'd be a pretty good first half for the Blue Devils based on what they've gone through here with some of the turnovers and the penalties that have hurt them.
And the coach is arguing that there was more time on the clock when he went down and they were trying to call the timeout. But it doesn't look like the referees are going to give them any extra time. They do have one more timeout.
I think now the officials are trying to communicate up here to the booth to the clock operator. Wasn't sure what the time was that they want to put on there, but they are adjusting it. It's going to be 10 even. Again, one timeout here for the Blue Devils still.
And Monterey calls a timeout, trying to ice the offense of Merced. They had 4 targets out there on the field, and Romello Presley was the running back there when Justin Incomprera, the leading rusher, the leading scorer, and the guy who does most of the offensive plays, sitting on the sidelines. What do you think about that?
Well, Presley's no slouch either. He's got 5 touchdowns, rushing touchdowns on the year, so he's a guy capable of getting it in the end zone as well. You maybe want to give them a different look. I'm not sure if that's why Monterey called the timeout there, if there was some confusion. But they did have 3 timeouts. You can't take them to the locker room with you, so might as well use one there. Make sure you got the right play call on defense. But it also gives the Blue Devils the opportunity to talk this one over and see what they want to do here. We'll see if Presley sticks out there on the field. It looks like he will be going back out there.
And they do have multiple receivers, too. Big hands. They have Mateo Brinson. They have Demondre Evans, Dasani Tate, and number 88, who we don't see too much, Kadmiel Tenang. And those are all options out there for Ryan Kraft. And I'm not sure if they want to decide to pass. 5 yards is a lot for a rush with 1 timeout remaining. They do decide to throw. Dasani Tate overthrown, and he's pushed down onto the ground, looking for a pass interference call, but nothing comes.
Yeah, there's a little contact there. I think you got to let that one go. That pass, especially with that pass kind of overthrown there, really no play for Tate to be made on that one. So good no call there. Brings up second down. Only 2.1 seconds went off the clock, so you still have an opportunity maybe to run 2 plays here. 7.9 seconds and 1 timeout on second down. I'm interested to see if they don't get this one, will they go for it again?
Darren Evans on the right. Demondre Evans, Brinson, and Dasani Tate on the left. Romello Presley blocking pass over the middle, nearly intercepted as it goes out of the hands of Monterey. 4.7 seconds left as late flags fly.
Yeah. Evan Charles there had that interception right in his hands there, stepped in front of the Blue Devils there, and they nearly had an interception that would have been a huge play there for the Lobo defense.
We will see if this flag is put on Merced or Monterey. Personal foul against Merced at the very end there. So 15 yards for a personal foul.
That's a big penalty there. We have 4.7 seconds. So now instead of being at your 5-yard line here trying to punch the ball into the end zone, basically have one crack here from the 20. Try to get a touchdown.
And here comes Betancourt in a whole new offensive scheme. And it looks like it is their field goal unit. So Betancourt to hold, and to kick is David Presley. 37 yards, and you can hear the Monterey crowd soaring, trying to get Presley to miss, and Monterey icing the kicker again, 17-13, a 37-yard field goal when we come back.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far?
My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get like the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was like meeting new people, because I thought there was going to be like very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was fun.
David Presley, the field goal kicker, to put them down by 1 before the half, and that goes through the uprights. A 37-yard field goal, 17-16 with 0.8 seconds left. Personal foul called on one of the Merced College Blue Devils when they were at their 3, led them to the 20, and field goal kick from there. Not a bad end to the first half.
Good job there by Presley, able to get that one split the uprights. Yeah, and Merced feeling pretty good about that one. Down by 1 point, but still got the last score there. Good drive there at the end of the half. Able to get some points. Still 0.8 seconds, so I'm sure we'll see a squib kick or something here just to run out the clock and get into the locker room. The Lobos will get the ball to start the second half, so it'll be an opportunity for the Blue Devil defense to come out and make something happen and try to get the ball back over to their offense, which has been having some success moving the ball through the air. It'll be interesting to see if they stick with that in the second half, or if we see, a heavy dose of that running game with Caprera or Presley. So they have some options there. We'll see what the halftime adjustments are and where they decide to go with the football.
.8 seconds, and Merced will kick off. A deep one down the left side, and they let that one go. And now Monterey has one play to possibly get into the end zone to get another 6 or 7 points on the board.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you don't put that one in the middle of the field and let it bounce somewhere. Again, with just 0.8 seconds, we're trying to run out the clock and get to the locker room. We saw earlier a kick that might have went out of bounds. Monterey caught that one and kept it inbounds to keep the penalty from occurring. This time, that one bounced out of bounds. Not sure if they'll try a Hail Mary play or if they'll just down it and head to the locker room.
It's 65 yards for Monterey, and they did do that on the fake punt. And it looks like they will try to go for it, but they're just going to run it and try to get it that way as he's taken down as time expires. 17-16. The second half is where less mistakes are usually made, so we'll see what happens, what the changes are from both teams after the break on NorCal Sports TV.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. You know, I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school, so it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and get and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun. Meeting new people, making new friends. The games, I love playing games. Yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second, has another shot, puts it up to end the game. Nails the three.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for three. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the
Beautiful
chills? I have the
finish.
chills.
I definitely
look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far?
My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills, and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was meeting new people, because personally I thought there was going to be very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was really fun.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, I like the competitiveness as well. So.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. I'm always with my team, practicing in high school, So it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and get and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun. Meeting new people, making new friends. The games, I love playing games, yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second, has another shot, puts it up to end the game. Nails the three.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for three. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the
Beautiful
chills? I have the
finish.
chills.
I definitely
look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far?
My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills, and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was meeting new people, because personally I thought there was going to be very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was really fun.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, I like the competitiveness as well. So.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. I'm always with my team, practicing in high school. So it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and get and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun. Meeting new people, making new friends. The games, I love playing games, yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second, has another shot, puts it up to end the game. Nails the three.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for three. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the
Beautiful
chills? I have the
finish.
chills.
I definitely
look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far?
My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get like the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills, and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was like meeting new people. Because I thought there was going to be like very little people here from all around here. But there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was really fun.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, I like the competitiveness as well. So.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school, so it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun. Meeting new people, Making new friends. The games. I love playing games, yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second. Has another shot. Puts it up to end the game. Nails the three.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for three. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the
Beautiful
chills? I have the
finish.
chills.
I definitely
Look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far?
My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get like the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills, and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was like meeting new people. Because I thought there was going to be like very little people here from all around here. But there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was really fun.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, I like the competitiveness as well. So.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school, so it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun. Meeting new people, making new friends. The games. I love playing games, yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second, has another shot, puts it up to end the game. Nails the three.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for three. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the
Beautiful
chills? I have the
finish.
chills.
I definitely
look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
NorCal Sports TV broadcasting live from Don Odishu Field in Stadium 76, Merced College, home of the Blue Devils. Monterey Peninsula Lobos coming to Merced College, taking the lead at the half, 17-6 over the Blue Devils. A great game so far, highly defensive, mostly from the Merced side, but at the same time, Monterey getting some fumbles and then getting them back too.
Yeah, definitely some turnovers kind of hurt the progress of the Merced Blue Devils offense on several occasions, as we've had multiple turnovers from that side of the ball. Really kind of a frustrating half for the Blue Devils. Still down by a point, so obviously still in the game, but they feel like they maybe should be ahead at this point.
I'm Levi Flores along with Mario Ramos, and the second half is underway. Kick going down to about the 15 in Monterey Peninsula, starting the second half with a big kick return to the 40. Moore getting around Alfonso Gary inside Merced territory. Down at the 35 in the Lobos in great starting position.
Are a couple flags on the play. We might see this one coming back.
One touchdown for Monterey Peninsula came from a fake punt, and they ran it all the way from the 35 into the end zone, and that's where 6 of their points came from, as there is a penalty against Monterey Peninsula, block in the back. So take that yardage all the way back inside to their own territory.
Yeah, good return there, negated by the penalty. Still be pretty solid field position for the Lobos to start. They're going to start inside their 30-yard line. And if you're the Blue Devil defense, again, you've been pretty stout throughout the game. The offense has kind of put the Lobos in a couple favorable positions. But the Blue Devil defense looking to come out and make a stand here to start the second half.
Starting with a passing play, gets the first and trying to get past the secondary as he's taken down after a gain of 17 and a flag down late.
Yeah, man coverage. The DB was off on that one. That's DeMondre Evans playing double duty. Just a lot of space. Or I'm sorry, that's actually Rodney Windsor, the defensive back out there, who was one-on-one.
And that penalty going against Merced, looking like a personal foul.
Yeah, got him by the face mask. That was the only way he was going to bring him down there. So not just the big passing play, but now the tack on 15 yards, and all of a sudden the Lobos are in Merced territory, kind of where they took that kickoff before the penalty brought him back.
Play action, pulled it out, going right side, getting around the right edge and finding his blocker, but Alfonso Gary there to take him down at about the 30.
A good job there by Elmore to keep that one. Again, tucking it. We've seen that do that a couple of times. We mentioned earlier he kind of brings them a little bit more in the running game, and we saw an example of it there. A good 9-yard pickup on first down. And the Lobos picking up right where they left off in the first half.
2nd and inches now for Monterey Peninsula. run game, hits his line, gets the first down, but they were looking for more. He actually hit his own offensive line, bounced right off, and had to finagle his way to get a few more yards.
Yeah, Devin Brad, the ball carrier there, like you mentioned, ran into one of his linemen first, but still had some time to kind of figure things out and try to find a gap there. Really not much doing. Good job there by the Blue Devil defense to kind of hold up the offensive line and not allow for a positive gain there from Brad.
Sticking with the run game left side, and he finds a decent hole for a nice gain. And interesting thing about the Lobos is they always look like they're going to show for a pass. They always have almost four receivers out there, maybe three at some points, and they have one man in the backfield, unless they're in the I formation, but they almost never pass even though they show it.
Yeah, they did a good job there. A couple of those receivers you mentioned, Dominic Esters, number 5, and then number 21, Ryan Howard, did a great job of blocking to kind of open up a gap there for Brad on that one. So trying to spread out the defense, but those receivers will come in the formation and lay a block.
Bootleg right side, open receiver out of the hands, incomplete, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, looking for Lewis on that one. Looked like he had him, just not too accurate on that pass. Fortunate there for the Blue Devils, as that brings up a 3rd down, an opportunity to limit them and keep this a one-possession game. We mentioned earlier the kicker for the Monterey Peninsula Lobos, Sergey Rodas Mendoza. He's got plenty of leg to make a field goal from here.
Trips to the right side, one wide out to the left. Moving one tight end, and that's another false start, but they're not calling it as we see another pass nearly intercepted, falling incomplete. I'm going to say this once again. When you have a man in motion, he cannot be moving forward at the end of the play. It's a false start. Yeah. That's the second time it's happened. I mentioned it both times, and they still haven't called it.
That's true. Luckily for the Blue Devils there, they got a good defensive play from the linebacker spot. Again, Cody Chapman. We've seen him make several good plays in the running game. This time able to get his hands on that pass, force the incompletion, and bring out the kicking unit from Monterey.
And here is the kick from 40 yards. It's high and dropping quickly, and that's wide left. So Merced getting the ball back, keeping Monterey from getting more points.
Yeah, 40-yard field goal attempt there, wide to the left from Rodas Mendoza. And again, you can see the body language of the Blue Devils. They're pretty pumped up about that. Good job by the defense to keep them off the board on this opening drive. And now we'll see how they come out. We talked about those second half adjustments. We'll see what they do here. Had some success running the ball. We're able to get a touchdown in there with Caprera, who's in the backfield right now. I'm sorry, Presley's actually in the backfield with Kraft. But we'll see what kind of adjustments the Blue Devils have in store.
Starting with the run, Presley up the gut, spin move, gets about 6 yards, and now we want to look at common opponents, between the two teams. You have Los Medanos, where Monterey Peninsula won 35-12, and Merced 54-7, both victories as Presley is taken down for a loss of 2. And then you have Yuba, where Monterey won 27-10, but then Merced won 42-10. So already Merced showing more offensive sides to it, and that happens all the way through the board. Foothill, Feather River, De Anza. Merced had a bigger victory against these teams than Monterey did. So Merced, the better team coming into the game, but Monterey surprising both the Merced players and the coaching staff.
Yeah, and that's what's frustrating about the first half if you're a Blue Devil fan, because you feel like you should be out in front with the way that you played. Put some pretty good stuff out there. But it's these opportunities, these third downs that they got to convert. Fortunately, that one was a little short, but there is a flag on the play.
And that one came in late, so possibly another personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, possibly. And one thing about Merced, too, is they're a really good team. They play really well offensively, defensively, both sides of the ball. But their issue is that they play to the level of their opponent.
Yeah, we've seen that. Again, great drives that have been negated by either a penalty or a turnover, and keeping Monterey back in this game.
And a personal foul going on to Monterey Peninsula. Automatic first down for Merced, catching a break on that one, and they get to extend their first drive of the second half.
And it looked like we had a holding call there in the defensive backfield. So one of the receivers there out on the route was held by a Lobo defender. It's going to be 5 yards, but like you mentioned, an automatic first down.
Presley taking it again, hitting 2 defenders, staying on the feet, pushing through the offensive line, making sure Romello Presley gets every inch they can.
Yeah, good push there up front by the Blue Devils. Offensive line coach Jeremy Hurtado's got to like that one right there. It's a good carry on first down. That's what you want to see. Put this offense in favorable positions. With 2nd and 3 is what they're going to mark it, call this one. But you kind of open up the playbook. We've seen some success in the passing game. We'll see what the Blue Devils do on this one as they look over to get the play call.
Splitting those receivers 2 and 2 on 2nd and short. Stick with Presley, who's taken down deep in the backfield. Stop of forward progress would be 1 yard back. So 3rd and 4 now. Former said, I thought they were going to go for the pass, but the defense thought otherwise and took him down.
Yeah, we mentioned offensive line coach Jeremy Hurtado. He can't be too happy with the right side of the line on that one. Looked like the Lobos were able to get some penetration into the backfield. It's going to be actually a short loss and bring up a 3rd down here for the Blue Devils.
Same formation as the previous play. Kraft looking to throw. Scanning pocket, collapsing, throws it up. It's a free ball, and it drops incomplete as Ryan Kraft a little slow to get up.
Yeah, he was looking to his left. He had Tate and he had Evans on that side. Lobos were in man coverage that time, so everyone was pretty much one-on-one out there. So it's been interesting to see where that ball was going to go. Unfortunately for Kraft, couldn't step up in the pocket as he got hit. And that ball was lucky that it hit the grass before it touched the Lobo defender. And when it's up in the air like that, it gives everybody kind of a little anxiety. Just want to see that one land on the ground. In this situation, we'll bring out the punting unit.
High snap. Coach is not happy with that one, but he's able to get it off. High and spinning, dropping down at the 25 with a Merced bounce. And inside the 15, the punt returner thought about it for a second, got defense to kind of jump. And so inside the 15, a good punt for Merced. Second half, interesting, not the same as the first.
Yeah, well, first drive there for Merced. Couldn't quite convert on 3rd down. One time they got bailed out with that holding call. But we've seen the second time, again, putting the ball in the hands of Kraft, rolling him out, and just nothing there for, again, Ryan Kraft, the quarterback. I'm interested to see, you mentioned Betancourt earlier. We'll see if he gets another crack at it. He had a pretty solid drive, did have the turnover, so he might, not sure if he's in the doghouse or what the case is with that one, but we'll see if he makes an appearance here in the second half.
Speaking of quarterbacks, Monterey Peninsula, Elmore the entire game, and we talked about a pregame of Gavin Cold, and we haven't really seen the arm of Elmore work out, so that's why I'm interested in seeing Gavin Cold, and I think you're just about to say the same thing.
Well, Elmore, like we mentioned, he does bring that element of the running game. Cold does have a little bit of that as well, but the yards per carry are definitely higher when you look at Elmore, and so he has been doing a pretty good job in that aspect as well. Been pretty efficient. We've seen a couple of incompletions, but he did have that big touchdown strike earlier in the game. So he's been doing a pretty solid job. But yeah, they haven't brought in Cold. They're sticking with Elmore.
Free play for Monterey Peninsula, looking on that left sideline, overthrown. And there was movement on both sides of the ball. They let the play run, which means it's going to be on the defense.
Yeah, looks like John Cook was over on the edge there and got across the line a little too early. The clock's still rolling. The official's trying to get that to stop.
Going back to the Monterey quarterbacks, Joshua Elmore, 6 feet tall, 166 freshman. You move on to Gavin Cold, and you talked about the run game, and this is why it's a big difference. Gavin Cold is 6'6", 206, so an extra 40 pounds and an extra 6 inches, and that's why he's not as fast and can't get those rushing yards like you were saying. And yes, that's a big component to Monterey Peninsula, because if they have to scramble, and they're relying on the quarterback to get those yards.
Yeah, we've seen a relatively clean pocket, though, for Monterey today. They have, like you said, put Elmore on the move somewhat, but really not too much pressure, which would be beneficial to a quarterback, like you mentioned, like Cold, who may be more of a pocket passer than Elmore is. But Cold's still pretty athletic as well. And you mentioned that size, just a rocket of an arm, a guy that could really sling it. So if they want to test the backside of this Blue Devil defense, maybe that's a guy that they bring in.
Thank you.
2nd and short for the Lobos. And the run game stays strong as he breaks free to the left, and past the 40 he goes for another first down, and you cannot stop the man. That is number 49, Devin Brad, labeled as a running back, but I think of him as a fullback.
Yeah, fullback, looks like a linebacker, big guy. Starting to get it going here. We've seen him kind of pound it up the middle. Now he's starting to get some space. Turn on the afterburners there. Good pickup for Brad on that one. And Monterey has it just outside the 40.
5'10", 212-pound freshman out of North Medford, Oregon. And he hasn't been stopped quite short at all this game as a quarterback keeper, and he's hit hard after a gain of 3.
Yeah, good play defensively there. Again, you got Chapman, you got Solis coming in from their linebacker positions. Good job right there from the linebacker core.
And 2 running backs in, and it looks like they're going to set up with that I formation. Every time they do that, they pound it right up the gut. Be aware of Devin Brad. And it's play action rolling out to the right side. Defense sniffing it out as he throws it into the Merced sideline.
Yeah, and Merced's bringing 8 in the box on that one, so good play action call there from the Lobos, but great job by the defensive backs to blanket their defenders. As there's Elmore and Alfonso having a little conversation on the field, the quarterback and the defensive back. Alfonso looking for some opportunity. Alfonso Gary, looking for some opportunities to try to make a play here for the Blue Devils.
Jacob Tenori was the one chasing the quarterback, which forced him to throw it out. 3rd and long, and it is Elmore. Maybe we can see the arm. Trying to get the defense to jump. Back to the sideline he goes.
Yeah, obvious passing situation.
Ricardo Macon on his right. Fumbled snap on the ground, in some trouble. Merced jumps on it, turnover. Merced taking it back. It's number 55, Tangata Tuatapo. 8 minutes, 39 seconds left in the third quarter, and Merced has great field position.
Yeah, that's the break the Blue Devils needed right there. Get some momentum, little turnover there. Kind of a poor snap, not much doing. Just couldn't quite get a handle on it. Was Elmore on that one. Nonetheless, that's going to give the Blue Devils the ball in their Lobo territory with an opportunity to take the lead.
And here comes Jacob Betancourt. Excited to see him back out there on another drive. It's his second drive of the day. The first one, he only had 4 or 5 plays, a big pass, and they got down inside the 5. And we will see Justin Incomprera take it from the hands of Betancourt, breaking free past the 20, end zone, touchdown, Merced! 38 yards, the Blue Devils to the house. Betancourt in for one play, and he scores, taking back the lead.
Great job up front there by the Blue Devils. Good blocking. Give Incomprera a gap here, and he does the rest. Great clear-out block there. To get the number on that one, but a good job there. I believe that was number 78, Luke Filikatanga, clearing out some space there, and Incomprera doing the rest and getting it to the end zone for his league-leading 11th touchdown on the season.
And the offense looking to stay out there for a 2-point conversion to make it a 7-point game.
Good call here by Coach.
A great call, but first they have to convert. Flea flicker, Dasani Tate looking to throw. No, taking it himself. Big hit at the goal line. Waiting for the official call. Merced says they have it, but Monterey Peninsula obviously saying that they stopped him. And
it looks like they did. The official ran right down the goal line. I'm not sure if that's where they were trying to spot it.
And they say inches shy of the 2-point conversion, so that keeps it a 5-point game. 8 minutes, 32 seconds left in the third quarter. You're watching NorCal Sports TV.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. and I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun, and you know, I like the competitiveness as well. So.
A touchdown from Justin Incampera, but a failed 2-point attempt makes it 22-17 in the third quarter. Merced taking back the lead that they rightfully own. And the kick return, something that Monterey Peninsula very good at as they get past the 40, breaking tackle after tackle, staying on his feet, getting around the left side. If he has the speed, he'll get there. But he stays inside his own territory in a late flag. But let's go back and take a look at the 2-point conversion attempt from Merced and see how close he got.
Yeah, you'll see the play call here, almost like a Philly special, a little bit of Merced special, if you will. Tate was looking for Betancourt. Good coverage there, so Tate decided to tuck it and run it himself. We thought up here that he got across the goal line. The official down there, obviously with a better view, thought he was a little bit short. So that was able to keep the 2 points off the board for the Blue Devils.
And another personal foul on Merced, so another 15-yard penalty. That's something that the coaches do not want to see, and they usually take the player out that had the personal foul.
Yeah, one official was marking it off actually the other way and taking it back for Monterey. Like you mentioned, it's a personal foul on Merced. It's going to give Lobos, again, really good field position inside Blue Devil territory. We've seen Betancourt a couple of times. The most popular guy is always the backup quarterback. We've seen him come in, make a couple of plays, get them down to the end zone. Couldn't cash in the first time. This time they're able to get pay dirt.
After the 15-yard penalty, Monterey Peninsula will start at the 38-yard line of Merced, and they've been stopped before from this position as they start with the run game again.
There's my guy again, Cody Chapman, making another play. Coming up, getting in the defensive backfield and keeping it to a short 1-yard gain.
And it's still Elmore out there for the Lobos. And defensive player jumping off sides. Quarterback didn't see it, and he was able to get back. It was Alfonso Gary on the bottom of your screen. He's very close to that line again as they fight on the right side. Short pass caught, and a big hit by the defense. The stoppage from number 19, Cody Chapman, taking down the receiver. I'm surprised he can hold on to that one because that was a nasty hit.
Yeah, Chapman is just feeling it. That's all instinct right there. He read that screenplay right from the start.
Boom.
They're not going to block him, and he came in and made a big hit.
Folded like a sandwich. Loss of 2 on the reception. 3rd and 11, and now Elmore has to do something. Defense showing 4-man rush, trying to get them to jump, but can't do so. Cornerbacks playing a little off the receivers as they stick with the run game. And a hit from behind and in front as he gets about 4 yards, and it'll be 4th down again. You saw the Monterey Peninsula Lobos kicker hitting 50-yard field goals in pregame. Yeah. Is that where they go here?
They're keeping the offense out on the field right now, so I think they're going to try to move it, keep it going here. Interesting play call. Kind of in that mid-between area. You don't necessarily want to punt from here, so.
It is 4th down with 5 yards to go for the first, so they may just try to get the defense to jump. But they don't do that. They go for a pass. Elmore in trouble. Over the top, gets the first, the reception inside the 20. And no flags down, so a 1st down for Monterey Peninsula. Couldn't quite tell as it was live, but he was starting to move forward close to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's well behind the line of scrimmage, but he kind of had a little jump pass there, trying to bait the defender to step up. He got it over the top of that defender, able to get it to Dominic Esters for a 1st down.
Definitely close to that line of scrimmage as it's inside the 20. Red zone options, usually where they start to pass, but I don't know about Monterey Peninsula. They very strong in the run game. Option play gives it to the running back who makes his way right side inside the 10, and the Blue Devils take him down just shy of the goal line at the 1. The Lobos knocking out the door.
Again, that's Devin Brad, and he's starting to get it going here in the third quarter. Some pretty successful runs. That one down to the 1 yard line. Nice 16-yard gain there on first down. And the Lobos looking to reclaim the lead in this back and forth battle.
Five and a half minutes left in the third quarter. Merced leads 22-17 after scoring a touchdown from Justin Incomprera, but it could swing the other way. Pushing into the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos.
Quarterback keeper on that one. Elmore just following his center into the end zone. Getting some good push and getting 6 on the board for the Lobos.
And they retake the lead 23-22, and they bring out their field goal unit for the extra point. On the sideline getting worked on is Cody Chapman. He's been there on the sideline with the athletic trainer after he had the huge hit on the short reception.
Yeah, that's big there for the Merced defense. He's been all over the place, especially in that offensive backfield. That'd be a big loss if he can't make it back out on the field.
And a few players moving on the line. We'll see which side it goes onto.
Yeah,
ball nearly hit the scoreboard as well.
Can't we mention this guy's got a big leg? And he's going to need it because this one's going to be 5 yards further back.
And now after the extra point attempt is attempted and Merced then has the kickoff return, who do you put in at quarterback? Jacob Betancourt just handed the ball off and Incomprera did the rest, but he didn't have the drive opportunity like Kraft usually does. So who do you stick with?
That'll be an interesting call here. We see Kraft down there on the sideline and Betancourt both have their helmet on. You would think the offense has had a little spark with Betancourt out there. We'll see if they go back out there with the freshman.
Dasani Tate running in quickly, but it goes through the uprights. 24-12 on NorCal Sports TV.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. You know, I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school. So it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and get and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun. Meeting new people. Making new friends. Other games. I love playing games, yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second. Has another shot. Puts it up to end the game. Nails the three.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for three. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have
Beautiful
the chills? I have the
finish.
chills.
I definitely
Look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
Lobos taking the lead again, 24-22. Now a 2-point game, and Merced looking to take it back in the third quarter if they can. I'm Levi Flores along with Mario Ramos, bringing you all the action from Don Odeshu Field in Merced College, home of the Blue Devils. And he is going to be placed down at the 1 yard line, and I'll tell you why. He caught the ball, and he was halfway out and halfway in the end zone, so the touchback not possible for them. Let's take one more look at it, see how close he was to actually taking the knee for the touchback. Don't have the full replay there, and they are going to give him the touchback anyway. So place it at the 25, and out there, number 11, Jacob Betancourt. Another run right up the middle. Justin Incomprera for a first down. 2 offensive plays in a row for him. 2 first downs, 1 being a touchdown on the previous drive, and this one just being an 11-yard gain.
Yeah, just plain and simple, barreling your way up the middle, hitting the truck stick, taking out a defender right there. Something my son likes to do in Madden. Good job by their Incomprera to get a good gain there and pick up another fresh set of downs for the Blue Devils.
Incomprera again, 3rd play in a row for him, although this time he is stopped and they may want to look at other options.
Again, Betancourt out there. We've seen them kind of open it up a little bit. That option game with him did lead to a turnover, so not sure didn't necessarily want to put the ball in his hands as far as a running play. This is looking like a passing situation here for the Blue Devils.
Three right, one left, play action. Pump fakes. Defense gets him in the backfield and taken down for a loss of 7.
Yeah, had that quick read. Not sure what he saw on that one, but didn't get rid of the ball. And after that, he had some Lobos bearing down on him, not able to get out of the pocket.
Guy Bessie on the tackle, making it 3rd and long. And talking about Justin Incomparra, who had 3 rushes in a row there. Freshman running back, all 7 games played, 112 rushes for 792 yards. He has nearly 3 times as many rushes as the secondary Romello Presley.
Yeah, now the freshman from Los Banos definitely making an impact here. And we've seen 2 touchdowns on the day, so he's been a big part of this Blue Devil offense.
That's 11 total for the season as Betancourt looks to Tate, and it's out of the hands, incomplete.
Yeah, not much doing there, trying to set up the screen. Good job defensively by Michael Galindo to get out there quickly on Tate. Had some blockers coming in. Not sure if they would have had enough to pick up the first down, though, on that screen.
And they will bring out the punting unit. Dasani Tate will kick from about his 20, and the deep returner at the 25, and that is Michael Galindo. Galindo out of Midland, Texas, a sophomore player.
Poor snap there led to a bad punt from Damani Tate. He kind of had a one-hand, or Dasani Tate, excuse me, he had a one-hand that one, so good. His receiver skills kind of came into play. Saved a turnover, but then led to a poor kick. It's going to go out. Looks like they're going to mark it at about the 43-yard line inside Blue Devil territory.
So no, back to the Lobos, and they got stopped multiple times today, and it's a score of 24-22. A lot of stoppage, a lot of 4th downs, and a lot of punts, but still both teams able to put up in the 20s.
Well, one thing that's helped the Lobos is this type of field position. We've seen them have a short field to work with. You get one big run, all of a sudden you're in the red zone. You're knocking on the doorstep. They've been able to punch a couple of those in, and like you said, put up 24 points on the scoreboard, and they have a 2-point lead, looking to add to it.
From the pistol, decides to go with the tailback, and he's down in the backfield. The first time that they've really been able to stop Devin Brad.
Yeah, Cody Chapman back there on the field, so it must have been a stinger. We saw them working on his shoulder, but he's good enough to be out there. He looked perfectly fine on that play, getting another tackle for a loss.
3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Still another 15 minutes to play after that, and that is sometimes where Merced starts to fall apart, so they have to stay strong, get the ball back, and score a few more times if they want to win this one against the conference team. Quentin Lewis unable to hold on to it as Alfonso Gary makes the save, making it 3rd and 13.
Yeah, they had something there. It could have been a nice completion. Would have been short of the first down, but Elmore underthrew that one. Put a lot on that one, just a little too low for Lewis. You had Gary, who was kind of playing some off coverage there, would have came up and made a hit. Seen a lot of man coverage here from the Blue Devils on the outside. Been pretty physical. We'll see if they continue with that here.
Devin Brad, right side, outside the edge, breaking free, and finally taken down at the 25-yard line by number 15, Ruiz Nate, the freshman linebacker. If it wasn't for him, he would have been all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, definitely a touchdown-saving tackle. He made a good cut there to get it back up the middle of the field. Good cut there on the safety, Randy Lozano. Youngster out of Hillmar is coming off the field right now. And the Lobos finding some success. Brad off the field now. They bring in Isaiah Chambers in the backfield.
Interesting situation. It's going to be single back formation. First time we've seen this, and it's still a run from Monterey Peninsula. The defense unfazed, and that's why I'm not a coach. I would have said they're passing, but no, keeping it on the ground, and they only gain a few.
Yeah, Elmore taking that one under center, too, something we haven't seen too often from the Lobos.
Only when they're in the I formation and similar formation, just with the single back instead of the double. He gains 3 on that one, and it's just the defensive line able to stop anything coming through it. That's really the main story for the Merced defense.
Yeah, and the defense has been pretty stout. Again, they've been put in some poor position as far as the field positioning, and they've been doing their job, keeping their team right back in this game.
Chambers gets it again to the left side, and he stopped for a loss of 2, making it 3rd and 9.
Yeah, again, there's Chapman with the tackle, but a great job by Euless Dixon to kind of hold up the ball carrier there and allow Chapman to come in there and clean up that play. I'm kind of funneling everything back to that middle linebacker. And like we mentioned, Cody Chapman's having one heck of a ball game thus far.
Offense taking their time in the high red zone. Clock ticking down under a minute in the 3rd. Looking to pass again. Throwing, and it's out of the hands of a defender into the receiver, and touchdown Lobos! Quentin Lewis, as it was tipped by the defense, able to recover before it hit the ground, and that's another 6 points. Tack it on to make it 30-22. Now an 8-point game in favor of Monterey.
Yeah, we'll see the replay here. Just a bad break for the Devils. There's Chapman again making a play. He actually tips that one first, and then it goes into the hands of Quentin Lewis, who turns and takes it into the house for a touchdown.
You have to be happy with the Merced defense with that, being able to get the hands on it and stop the play. Although, fortunately for Monterey, Quentin Lewis able to have the eyes and slow it down in his head, making sure he has the ball, and then just rush through the rest of the 10 yards. And the extra point attempt to make it 31-22 is good. 41 seconds left in the 3rd quarter and an extra 15 afterwards on NorCal Sports TV. Monterey Peninsula scoring once again to make it 31-22. 41 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. I'm Levi Flores along with Mario Ramos, bringing you all of the action from Merced College, and the Blue Devils shocked at what they're seeing on the field from the Lobos offense. Isaiah Hidalgo returning the kick to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, get some hang time there from Rodas Mendoza on that kickoff. I kind of think he's like chipping it like a little chip shot there on the golf course. Doesn't quite get all of it, but he does a good job to, like I said, get some hang time and allow his kickoff unit to get down there and make a play.
Still got more yards than what a touchback would have given them, an extra 3 to be exact. And Ryan Kraft back in command after Betancourt has taken the last 2 drives.
Out there with Romello Presley in the backfield. Got 3 receivers, 1 tight end in the formation. We'll see if the Blue Devils will open it up here.
Presley inside out, splitting defenders, and finally taken down at the 45, inches away from breaking free.
Good job out there on the edge. Braden Zolkowski, the offensive lineman, 6'7", 340-pounder, and also Ezra Morales, the wide receiver, able to get a good block as we see one of the Lobos being tended to out there on the field.
Stay with us on NorCal Sports TV. 31-22, Lobos up.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
(31-22), the Lobos up over the Merced College Blue Devils. And what should have been a blowout victory for Merced ends up being a close one as Romello Presley spin moving his way through. Looks like the ball may have been out at the last second. A gain of 4 as it stays with Merced. But Merced, what should have been a really high-scoring game, beating out Monterey Peninsula, who hasn't played a conference game yet, ends up being a very, very close one at 31-22 at the end of the third quarter. But whoever wins this one, I think will probably go on to win the conference.
Yeah, definitely a big game here in conference play. And if you're the Blue Devils, you're frustrated with the first 3 quarters, but you're looking to make something happen down 9 here heading into the fourth quarter.
And that will happen right after this on NorCal Sports TV.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, you know, I like the competitiveness as well. So.
Switching the sides of the field, it's Merced heading from left to right. 15 minutes for the Blue Devils to come back and try to take a victory on their home field as it's Romello Presley making his way to the right sideline and to the 40 for a first down inside Lobos territory. We need to see the Blue Devils scoring here if they want a chance to take back the lead and the victory.
A great job there by DeMondre Evans. Great block on the outside, able to seal the edge there for Presley, who got a good pickup. Gives the Blue Devils a first down.
Getting back up to the line quickly, Ezra Morales right side. A big hit by the defense, being folded in half as he's taken down.
Yeah, good job there to get the ball out quickly to one of your playmakers. Try to get him going. Good positive gain there. I'd like to see them open it up a little bit. See if we can't get Mateo Brinson across the middle. We saw him in the first half have that big play that set up a score. Nice to see that big target get over the across the middle there and make something happen for Merced.
I'd like to see that as well. It's been a while since we've actually seen him, and he's lined up on the right side tight end with Romello Presley to Kraft's right. They are looking to throw, but Brinson staying to block as it's Ezra Morales for the second time being taken down after the gain for the first.
Good job there by Morales. Good job by Kraft to get that one over the defender. Put a little bit on that one. We've seen 2 straight completions to Morales. He's starting to feel pretty good about himself.
Fast-paced offense is Kraft over the middle, and it's DeMondre Evans breaking free. Touchdown, Merced! Kraft finding Evans. Another 6 points, exactly what they needed. A beautiful start to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, definitely about as good a start as they could have hoped for. Few plays, and you get the ball back into the end zone within a minute and 10 seconds. We saw them set that up with Morales. We saw the screen pass earlier. They faked the screen this time. Evans able to get across over the middle and into the end zone for 6.
And Merced going to settle for the PAT. It is a 3-point game, and they could make it within 2 as long as he puts it through. Snap, hold, kick. And it hits the right upright. No good. 31-28, our score in the fourth quarter. It's NorCal Sports TV.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. You know, I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school. So it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and get and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach. That was really fun. Meeting new people, making new friends. The games. I love playing games. Yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second. Has another shot. Puts it up to end the game. Nails the three.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for three. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
A touchdown from Merced brings them back within 3, but the extra point attempt hits the right upright high up, and they switched their PAT kickers from Presley to Pizza. And here goes Monterey answering right back down midfield, fighting his way to the 35, and the Lobos back within great field position.
Yeah, great return there from Quentin Lewis. We saw him with the touchdown catch on their last possession. This time a great return. And then once again, the Lobos starting in Blue Devil territory. And if you give a nod to one team in special teams, you definitely have to give it to Monterey Peninsula in this case. We've seen the onside kick. They've made a long field goal. They haven't missed any extra points. And so you definitely have to give them the nod and that edge of the ball. And apparently, if you look at the scoreboard, it's worth 3 points as they lead 31-28.
David Presley limps off the field after that kick return, and he will be dragged off the sideline. Not looking good for him as the Lobos stick with the run game. Just keep looking at David Presley there on the sideline left side about the 30-yard line. He has the pink shoes and the pink socks, and it looks like maybe a left ankle injury.
Well, you mentioned him. He was the previous extra point kicker. He was out there on the field to kick off for the kickoff, excuse me. And with the injury now, maybe if they were going to make a switch on the extra points, that might not be an option anymore.
2nd and 8 for the Lobos. Merced unfazed, hasn't jumped once on the false calls. Play action over the middle, in and out of the hands. The receivers just can't hold on for Elmore.
Yeah, he had a man open. Randy Lozano, the defensive back, came in and put a hit on him. Was a little late. Good thing there was no flag on that one. But Blue Devils were matched up in man. Lozano, the safety, not able to get to his guy in time.
3rd and 8 now. Huge kick return, but hasn't been able to do anything since. But here is the play to get him the first.
And nothing simple, just an inside zone run. Devin Brad, we've seen it once before. We've seen it plenty of times. He's barreling his way up the middle and picking up a first down for the Lobos. And that's a guy that, kind of wears on you throughout the course of the game. We saw him early on picking up maybe 2-3 yards. And now they're starting to be bigger chunks as the game's worn on because that's a big load back there in the backfield that you're trying to bring down.
I formation. Devin Brad gets it to the left side with multiple blockers. And the defensive line of Merced stops him after a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, again, falling forward there before he was dragged down by Amari Padilla. Good stop there. Nick Aguilera coming in to help out as well from his defensive tackle position. So again, we've seen some good play out of the defensive line. Maybe we're starting to see a little attrition. They have been out there on the field a lot. They're going to need to come up with a stop here as we come up under 12 to play.
Back in the pistol, watch for a man in motion cutting across. They're not going to do it as they hand it off to David Bren again with a big hole, flag in the backfield, and he's down near the first down marker. Players still fighting out there, too, after the play.
Yeah, it looked like that one's going to be coming back. We had a full-on takedown, it looked like. Full-on takedown that kind of opened up the hole in there. It's a 72. We don't have 72 on our roster out there, and he's throwing up his hands like, what, me? Looks like that's what they're going to call it on.
Take a look at this here. You see him holding right there, and then push down at the very end.
Yeah, I had a handful of jersey, had the full-on takedown. Pretty easy call there for the official. That's going to back up the Lobos, excuse me.
11.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. There's the man in motion. Play action, and the defense meets him in the backfield. Loss of 7.
Guess who? Cody Chapman, the man from Merced, making it happen here today. He wasn't fooled on that one. Little zone read action. Going to see Elmore keep it himself. Chapman just flying through.
There it is, Elmore. Now Elmore is going to have to be out there after that huge hit and try to convert a big third and a plane ride.
Yeah, it's third and some distance here.
Switching the tight end from left to right. That's David Payne. Elmore looking to throw into the flat. It's David Bren. And he gets to the 25, which is the original line of scrimmage. He needed about 10 more yards. And the rest of his offense pushed him maybe 3 extra yards on that one. So even closer to what they want.
Yeah, definitely in field goal range. The Lobos trying to use the Blue Devils' aggressiveness against them as the Blue Devils are showing pressure on that one. Came up the middle. Good call on the swing pass, or the screen pass, excuse me. Able to pick up pretty good gain on that one. It's about 17 yards that they netted on that one. However, it was 4th and 25. So it still sets up a 4th and 9 situation here. And the field goal unit's out there for the Lobos.
Gavin Cold will hold. And to kick is number 38, Rodis Mendoza. A 39-yard field goal to go up by 6. And the defense is there. Couldn't get the hand on it. It definitely has the distance, but is it in? Yes, it is. 34-28, just under 10 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. You're watching NorCal Sports TV. Field goal is good for Monterey Peninsula, and they take the lead 34-28, just under 10 minutes remaining. I'm Levi Flores along with Mario Ramos. Thank you for joining us on NorCal Sports TV as Merced looking to go back and either tie it up or take the lead as Isaiah Hidalgo making his way past the 35, 1 blocker, 2 blocker down at the 45.
Great job there. Good blocks by the Blue Devils. Demondre Evans, number 9, and then number 48, Xavier Avila, able to clear some space on that right side, and Hidalgo got a good pickup for the Blue Devils. And it's a big drive, not necessarily the end-all, be-all of drives here as we still got plenty of time, but down 6, you want to come back and answer, try to get back on the scoreboard and keep this a one-possession game.
And it's all their first-string players, Ryan Kraft, Justin Incomprera, who gets it now for a carry, and he's down at the 2, ball on the ground. Monterey saying they have it, but I don't even think the refs saw that the ball was out. And the referee's saying, yes, it's going back to Monterey Peninsula. Jeremy McGill jumping on it after Justin Incomprera let it loose.
Yeah, and this hurts for the Blue Devils here. Again, just a simple run play up the middle. And ball security has been an issue all day for the Blue Devils. And again, one possession game kind of hurting themselves. And the Lobos start in Blue Devil territory.
It's up to the Merced defense now to make yet another stop.
And you're asking a lot of this defense, again, who's been out there quite a bit. We've seen some injuries kind of affect them as well, as Chapman's off the field currently. We've seen the linebacker playing a good game. Now we're starting to see the other linebacking core take his place here.
David Bren around the left side, breaks one tackle, breaks another, juking his way to the 30.
couple nice cutback moves by the big running back. You can mention starting to wear on this defense. Those gaps are getting a little bit bigger. And that one is a huge chunk play on first down. Pick up about 19.
Zach Mahoney coming in for Randy Lozano, switching out defensive backs, maybe thinking that Monterey wants to pass. Defense readjusting as Bren will make his way around the right side into the flat. Flags down, most likely a hold.
Good play out there on the edge. You had Nate Ruiz, Zachary Mahoney. Good job keeping that from being a big game. But, yeah, there was a holding penalty. He's going to bring this one back regardless.
And back onto the field goes Cody Chapman, making a lot of defensive stops, and hopefully he can continue to do that now as Monterey will start from the Merced 40. In the pistol, David Bren again. And you cannot stop David Bren, absolute monster, just bustling through the line, getting as much as he can, and if you don't wrap up his feet, he's not going to stop either.
Nah, he's really getting it going, and the offensive line starting to get it going too. See the left side, we mentioned number 72. Again, we don't have his name on our roster, but we do have 62, Terrence Hawkins, the center, and then 75 out there as well, Bradley Watson. Or I'm sorry, 78, excuse me, that's Noah Foster Treat. Really starting to make something happen there on that left side. That's kind of where the Lobos have been leaning.
Pistol formation, power right side. And trying to run again, can't do so, and they switched up the player. It's not David Bren, it was Slade Wilson, the 5'10" freshman out of San Benito.
You can put whatever running back you want to put back there. They're going to have to try to get around number 19, and not a lot of them have been able to do it today. Cody Chapman with another tackle, again in the backfield.
David Bren comes back out for the offense as it's 3rd and nearly 20.
So you would think it'd be a passing situation. You wonder if the Lobos will be content to keep this on the ground, maybe pick up a few to try to get into field goal range here for, again, the big leg kicker, Rodas Mendoza.
Defense keeping an eye on David Payne, who went to the right side. They are looking to pass deep down the field, and it is caught. Monterey Peninsula inside the 5 on a huge 3rd down conversion. They needed 18, and they got 28.
And when they need a big passing play, they've gone to number 2, Quentin Lewis. He was out there one-on-one with Amari Padilla out there on the sideline. We see the replay here. Elmore had him. That's a matchup he likes. Padilla not able to get his head turned around. That one just dropped right into the basket. Quentin Lewis comes up with a big catch inside, actually at the 5-yard line.
Not looking good for Merced as now Monterey Peninsula, the big rushing team, has a chance to tack on another 6 points and make it a 2-possession game. David Bren fighting his way through down inside the 1.
Yeah, they come out with 2 tight ends in that formation, extra offensive linemen looking to push the ball ahead. They get it down to the 1. Like you mentioned, Brad just kind of barreling his way through there. Got knocked backwards and still moving forward and able to get it down to the 1.
Here they go again, I formation, Elmore, QB sneak right up the middle, and he's in the end zone for another 6 points. Touchdown, Lobos.
Yeah, you mentioned his second rushing touchdown. We've seen that quarterback sneak come from the 1-yard line. You got a good push there from Jonah Mendez. His fullback kind of gave him a little shove to get him in the end zone, and the Lobos strike again.
With that touchdown, it makes it 40-28, a 2-possession game, and they have a chance to tack on an extra 1 or 2, and it looks like they are going for 2 as Elmore and Brad go back out there.
Yeah, try to make it a 14-point game. Not a bad decision here. And if you don't get it, you're up by 12, still 2 possessions. Again, the clock becoming a factor with 6:01 left to play.
4 receivers out in the shotgun. And that's another false start penalty, but no flags thrown as they find one receiver out there but couldn't get the foot in. Incomplete, and I'm going to say it one more time. When you have a man in motion, he has to be left and right or be set on the line afterwards. He cannot be moving forward. Third time for Monterey Peninsula that's happened. 40-28 when we come back.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far?
My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get like the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills, and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was like meeting new people, because I thought there's going to be like very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was fun.
(40-28), Monterey Peninsula Lobos up over the Merced College Blue Devils. I'm Levi Flores along with Mario Ramos. Thank you for joining us at Merced College. And a tough conference matchup. We thought Merced had an easy victory and they were going to lead the American Golden Coast Conference, although Monterey Peninsula giving them a run for their money and could possibly take that first place spot.
Yeah, Levi, once you get in a conference, there's never an easy matchup. Regardless, you could throw out the records. You're always going to find a team that you're somewhat familiar with that maybe gives you problems or you give them problems. And you can end up with a tough matchup like the Blue Devils have today.
And that kick actually hit the ground, popped back up into Romello Presley's hands. Got it past the 20, which is a good return based on what had happened just a few seconds ago.
Yeah, and if you're this offense, you got to make this one count. We saw them come out last time, a quick turnover, touch the ball once, and then they give it right back to the Lobos. Puts this defense in a tough predicament there to have to get the stop. Come up short, couldn't get the stop, and now you're down 2 possessions here with 6 minutes to play. You got to strike and strike pretty quickly if you're Merced.
It's Ryan Kraft staying in the pocket right side. It's Ezra Morales who picks it up at the 35 for a first down.
Yeah, good job on the comeback route there by Morales. Easy pitch and catch there for a first down. We've seen him kind of get going. He has a few catches here in this fourth quarter. We'll see if they continue to look at Ezra Morales out on the outside.
They switch one of their receivers to the left side, 3 on the left, 1 on the right, and Kraft will look to throw. Scrambling left, short pass to Brinson for another gain of 10 and more. And not easy to take down Mateo Brinson. That time it took 3 Lobos.
Yeah, good little intermediate route by Brinson. Broke it off, cut it back to the outside, gave Kraft a nice little target. And like you mentioned, it's going to take a few guys to bring him down. And once they did, he got a new first down for Merced.
Switching the field from the left hash mark now. Finding left side, it's Dasani Tate holding on, and another big tackle by the Lobos, but Merced keep advancing down the field inside the 35. Ryan Kraft and the rest of the offense, play by play, just going straight at it, no huddle, looking for the end zone. Short pass to Dasani Tate, had his cornerback playing super far off him. Doesn't get the first down this time, but only 8 yards as they will go 2nd and 2.
I'll be quickly on the ball again. Under 5 minutes to play. 2 possessions, you're going to need to get the ball back if you are able to get this one in the end zone.
Short pass right side, Brinson in the flat, past the 25, and gets the first down. Under 5 minutes, like you said.
Yeah, good little, call it a wide receiver screen, though he's a tight end. Able to slip out there, get the quick pass, get a couple blockers, and pick up the first down. And keep the chains moving here for Merced.
Brinson 2 receptions on this drive, but they replace him with Rowlett for now. Splitting 2 and 2 on the field. Kraft in some trouble, throwing right. Sideline, 1 foot in, but he drops it as he hit the ground. Ezra Morales, the intended receiver. If we look at that one again, he had the ball in his hands, had the 1 foot. All he had to do was bring it down with him on the sideline. There's the foot and down, but he was actually kicked out by the defender, if you saw that correctly. Number 24, Tafari Shamb, kicked the ball out of Morales' hands as he was hitting the deck, and that's what ended up being the incomplete pass.
Yeah, got to keep the completion through all the way through the catch there as we see a handoff here on second down.
Switching it up to Hidalgo, who gets 4 yards and keeps the clock running, now down to 4 minutes. Still plenty of time left to play, especially with the passing game that Merced has done, although they still need 2 touchdowns to make this one a tie game. And Rowlett short of the first down. 4th down and short for Merced. Don't focus on the end zone. Focus on the first.
Yeah, you got to keep the chains moving here. Big play from Merced. Got to keep the chains moving to stay in this one.
To make or break the game, trying to get the defense to jump. Ryan Kraft in the gun. 2 receivers both sides and a timeout called by the Lobos to try to stop Merced. 3.5 remaining in the 4th quarter. You're watching NorCal Sports TV.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
Three and a half remaining in the 4th quarter. Merced knocking out the door to score, but it's 4th and short, so first they have to focus on the first. I'm Levi Flores along with Mario Ramos. And Mario, what happens now? What do you look for?
Well, I would be looking for Mateo Brinson, number 87, but he's not on the field right now. They do come out with 3 receivers, 1 tight end. It's Rowlett out there on the field. So maybe looking for Evans in the slot. Looks like you're going to get man coverage from the Lobos here on this one.
And you don't have Incomprera out there, nor Romello Presley. It's Isaiah Hidalgo. A lot of third-string options for Merced as Hidalgo gets it, and he is stopped completely short, hit at the line, no flags, turnover on downs, back to the Lobos, and that will most likely end the game with the Lobos taking over.
Yeah, not much doing there. We'll see the replay here. A little some confusion as 59 not able to get out and get the block. And it looked like Hidalgo actually ran into him, so unable to get it back to the line of scrimmage, much less forward for a first down. And like he said, it's going to be a turnover on downs and get the ball back to Monterey Peninsula.
It's a 50-50 option if you run or if you pass. Obviously, passing is usually the better option because you have a one-on-one or the zone. You can always find an open man or a hole. But with running, you always have a hole or you have to go around the outside. Those are your only 2 options. So that time, just the defense knowingly knew that Merced was going to try to run it on 4th and short. Turning it over, it's 1st and 10 for the Lobos deep in Merced territory. On their own territory, excuse me. Handoff, hit in the background, and then taken up for a 5-yard gain. The only thing that Merced can hope for is a fumble recovery or maybe an interception, but we know the Lobos aren't going to pass.
Yeah, they'll most likely keep the ball on the ground. You want to try to get something, see if you can't hold up the runner, get another defender to rally around the ball, go for the strip. But at this point, they might start looking to take some of these timeouts. Might be their last gasp to try to get the ball back. Monterey Peninsula content to let the play clock continue to roll. It's at 10 seconds right now.
Counting down at 3. Finally takes a snap. Another handoff to David Brad. He gets an extra few yards, making it 3rd down. And Merced, they have all 3 timeouts. Finally decide to use one, maybe hoping to get the ball back as it's 3rd and short.
Yeah, so it's setting up a 3rd down situation here. Trying to, like I said, get the stop, get the ball back here. Over to the defense. But
how was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning, from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices, I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, you know, I like the competitiveness as well. So.
Third and short for the Monterey Peninsula Lobos. Merced looking for a stop, trying to get the ball back with 2.5 remaining. They're down 2 scores, so they need the stop here if they want a chance. Taken down in the backfield, it's number 19, Cody Chapman. Mario has seen him all night bussing through the line, and he does it again, especially when it matters.
I think I'm going to have to pick me up a Cody Chapman jersey after the game. This guy's been everywhere. Again, flying into the backfield, making a play, another tackle for a loss. And this one keeps the Blue Devils, whatever hopes they have left here in the game, keeps them still in it as they get a big stop there on 3rd down and force a punt on 4th.
On special teams, Merced has been very close to blocking field goals and extra points. Punts have been a little further away, but if they are able to get their hands on this ball, it would be a big difference because they would start deep in the Lobos territory or possibly even score on a block. They usually have a max protect, which has 3 players in front of the punter, in between the line and the punter itself, and they do that right now as well. But if Cody Chapman is out there, he has the speed to get through, and he is, but we just have to see if he can fit through that line as well as other players.
Yeah, another guy, too, to keep an eye on is Dasani Tate. We've seen him close on extra point attempts coming in off the edge. He's on the edge here, too. Like you mentioned, if the Blue Devils are going to get after it, he might be one of the ones to get a hand on it.
Hidalgo deep at the 45. Punting from the 7 is the Lobos. Not able to get anywhere close to the punter as it hits at the 50. Takes a Merced bounce. And very close to that one was Rodney Windsor, where the ball hit down. And that's the last thing you want, is for the punt to hit you accidentally and the kicking team jumping on it and getting the ball back.
Definitely, yeah. You don't want that kind of miscue or that kind of mental lapse at this point of the game. But a 12-point game here for the Blue Devils. Kraft coming back out here with multiple receivers in this formation. It's going to have to be a quick strike offense because you don't have to score once, you have to score twice.
The future of this one is in the hands of Ryan Kraft. 4 receivers, Hidalgo defending in the back, taking time in the pocket, hit as he throws over the middle. Ezra Morales, and it's caught inside the 5. Down at the 1-yard line, one play as Kraft slow to get up. 2 minutes, 12 seconds remaining, moving the chains all the way inside the 5. 1st and goal, all they need is 1 to bring it back within 1 possession.
A great job by Kraft to stay in the pocket. And Morales and Michael Galindo actually fought for that ball. Galindo came out of it, but they're going to give that to Morales.
Merced takes a snap. Too many men on the field, into the end zone anyway. Touchdown, Merced. Too many players on the field. They're just going to decline the penalty because they did get through. And they are going to go for the PAT. So they go for the point after touch. And remember earlier on the kickoff, their main kicker, David Presley, got hurt. He's still on the sidelines. They iced his left knee, and that could be a big factor in the future against other American Golden Coast teams. So now this possession is in the hands of Augustine Pisa, who can put them within 7. Offsides, and it's through the uprights, but now Merced has the opportunity to go for 2 as they're half the distance to the goal line. And excuse me, not to make it 7. They're down by 6 currently, and if they take the extra point, it will be 5. It is declined, so yes, now it is a 5-point game, correct?
Yep.
5-point game, 40-35, Lobos up, and now it's up to Merced's defense and special teams to make a stop on NorCal Sports TV.
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
40-35, Merced scoring on a huge play down at the 1, and then they had to bust it in through there inside the 1 yard line.
Yep.
And now the Merced special teams, 2 minutes, 1 second left, hoping for an onside recovery most likely. There's the onside, and it's received very well at the 49 inside Lobos territory.
Yeah, you'd like to see that one angled a little more towards the sideline, kind of got it up the field there. It's got to get 10 yards before you can make a play on it. That one was about 16 yards up the field when the Lobos were able to corral it.
So now it's up to the Merced defense, 2 minutes, and they only have 1 timeout. The Lobos have 2 timeouts, playing right at midfield from the 50. It is still possible, but Merced needs to make sure that they stop it every single time, and the Lobos need to stay away from the sidelines. From the pistol, David Brad stopped in the backfield, loss of 4. And now Merced needs to determine if they want to call the timeout now or later, and they do it right now. So a loss of 2 on the carry, 2nd and 12. Merced is now out of timeouts.
Yeah, Viliami McConey there, the defensive tackle, 6-footer, 264-pound sophomore with a great play on that one. Picks up a tackle for a loss, and the Blue Devils will take their final timeout.
So the Blue Devils defense needs to stop them every single time, and the Lobos will most likely go for it on 4th down as well, which could take up more time than Merced wants.
Yeah, depending on the time and the field position, we'll see if they do go for it. If they're somewhere around this 50, I'd imagine they'd want to punt it, because this would be, by the time the Blue Devils get the ball back, might just have an opportunity for a Hail Mary heave at the end of the game. That's definitely something doable from this area of the field.
Both teams back out there. Elmore in the gun. There's the man in motion. Gets it to him, trying to cut up field, and the defense unaware, having to get there quickly, but he gains 7 on the carry, 5 to go.
See the Blue Devil defenders trying to drag that number 21, Ryan Howard, out of bounds to stop the clock, but the linesman is not going to grant that to him. He's going to keep him in bounds and allow the clock to continue to run as we approach a minute and a half.
This is the big play for the Merced defense. 3rd and 5. The stop could make it 4th.
Yeah, any chance, you got to get a stop here.
And this is what the game comes down to. Man in motion. Elmore keeps it, and he is being fought for, and he gets the first, and that will end it as he held on at the very end for the first down. Under a minute remaining, all they have to do is take a knee or 2.
Yeah, quarterback keeper there, design quarterback run. Elmore was going to tuck it and run the whole time. Able to break a tackle there on the outside. Big play there for the Lobos as the quarterback's able to pick up the first down and get his team to victory.
Elmore was hit behind the line of scrimmage, but he was able to break free and get enough yardage for the first down. And a shocker in Merced as the Monterey Peninsula Lobos coming all the way from the Bay up here into the Central Valley and taking down one of the top teams.
Yeah, Merced knew that they were going to be in a battle. They expected this one to be a tightly contested game. What they didn't anticipate was making some of the mistakes that kind of prevented them from coming out on top in this one.
Stay with us as we will have the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp postgame show, not pregame, postgame here on NorCal Sports TV.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, you know, I like the competitiveness as well. So
This broadcast of Merced College football is brought to you by Merced College, Dignity Health, Golden Valley Health Centers, and the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
A hard-fought battle by both teams. Monterey Peninsula ending up taking the victory 40 to the Merced 35. It was mostly a defensive game from Merced, but somehow Monterey still able to pull ahead and get a 5-point victory.
Yeah, the quarterback there for Monterey, Joshua Elmore, really willing his team to victory. We've seen him make some plays through the air, able to connect with Quentin Lewis on a big TD there down towards the end of the game, and then make some plays, like we mentioned, with his legs to kind of seal the victory here for the Lobos. So they got to be feeling pretty good, not just about coming in here and picking up a big conference victory, their first conference victory, their first conference game, so starting off 1-0, but also, finding out that they have a quarterback that they could believe in, a quarterback that could lead them to victory.
And we didn't see Gavin Cold once, which pregame we talked about who's going to start, and we just assumed that whoever started would probably come out in the next drive, and then the other one would start. But then that never happened. We just saw Elmore after Elmore after Elmore.
Yeah, and like I said, he built some consistency, was able to kind of open up the passing game a little bit. We know Monterey wants to run and establish the run, which they did, but you add that other element, being able to get some of these guys like Quentin Lewis, we mentioned, wide receiver Ryan Howard, another guy that was able to get out there and make some plays. So getting the balls in the hands of these playmakers, allowing them to do some things. They were able to put up 40 points on a Merced defense that had been playing pretty well.
Merced has only allowed 27 points in conference play, so that'll go up to 67 points, and then their points for will go up to 70. So they're still in good position. They have more points scored than points allowed, but at the same time, they do lose a conference game. And Monterey Peninsula, I'm not sure if they have a chance of losing.
Well, again, this was one of those games that they had circled too, probably on their calendar as far as one of the bigger ones. And especially being a road game, right? It was going to be a tougher game for them to come in here to Stadium 76 and take one from the Blue Devils. But now that they did, they got to be feeling pretty good. You know that Merced's beat San Jose, so they got to be feeling pretty good about that one as well. Hartnell's still out there. They're going to be, a force to be dealt with here in the Golden Coast Conference. So Monterey put themselves right in the mix there. Merced, you're not going away, right? 1-1, obviously. They want to play a little bit better here at home. That's 3 straight losses here at Stadium 76 for the Blue Devils. So something they want to, obviously put a better showing out here for the home fans. But at 1-1, they're still, in the thick of things here in conference play, and are still going to have something to say about who ends up winning the Golden Coast Conference.
Merced's David Presley went out of the game on a kick-off in the fourth quarter, and he went straight to the sidelines limping off. They dragged him off the field, put some ice on his left knee, and that's going to be a big factor in the rest of the season. But if we were to give a player of the game to, let's start with Merced, we're going to go most likely on the defensive end, Cody Chapman.
Definitely, yeah. I said that name quite a few times out there. In my opinion, he was keeping this team in the ball game defensively, constantly in the backfield. We've seen him, obviously, too, in the passing game, have to make some plays out there. One unfortunate play, there was a big play in this game, was when he kind of tipped a pass from Elmore that ended up in the hands of Lewis. So that's kind of the microcosm of the afternoon here for the Blue Devils, where we're close, right? But those mistakes end up benefiting the Lobos, who made the most of it, put that one in the end zone, and come out of here with a 5-point victory.
And then moving to the Monterey Peninsula side, we talked about it a little bit, and I think there's 2 players that could fight for that player of the game. We talked about Elmore, but we also, of course, have to talk about Devin Brad, who took a lot of the runs, but Elmore was right by his side the entire time. Who do you think?
Yeah, it's a 1-2 punch there. I go ahead and give them co-players of the game because Devin Brad really wore on that defense, and you saw that as the game went on. Those 2-3-yard carries started to turn into 7, 8, 10, 15-yard carries towards the end of the game. And that steady hand of Elmore, consistently moving the ball down the field, taking care of the ball, which was the opposite of what we saw from the other side. So that ball security, and then those plays that he made. We saw the big passing play, one to Lewis, and then the other one there to Dominic Esters, able to get the passing game going. So I'd have to give them, again, co-players of the game.
Merced will go on to play against Gavlin at Gavlin on November 6th, and then their final game against Hartnell on November 13th will be right here on Don Odishu Field. And then over on the Monterey Peninsula side, they will go on to play Gavilan on October 30th. That's next week. And then Hartnell and San Jose. So still 3 big games for Monterey Peninsula. Of course, you can watch Merced College football on the final game of the season, November 13th against Hartnell, right here on Don Odishu Field or on NorCal Sports TV. For Mario Ramos, our producer, and the rest of our crew, I'm Levi Flores. See you next time on NorCal Sports TV.